I ain't had a minute.
This nigga like,
Oh, man, live. The other one out? The yellow one out?
Yeah, I'm gonna put some in there.
alright, we live.
But we ain't ready. But we live.
I'm sending the link out.
You on mute?
No. You want me to mute it?
Nah. You good? We ain't gonna say that crazy.
I'm like, what? All right, let's go down the line. We're going to do a mic check.
Like mic check. Hello.
Keep going. Keep going.
Hello.
Keep going.
Hello.
Count to 20.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Where's your mic at?
Here?
Move it up some. Put it on the other side.
The other side?
Yeah, because you're going to be talking that way.
Did you already do it, Corey?
I put some in there.
You did? Okay.
Maybe I didn't do it right. I thought you just like push up, right?
You
Try it.
Put yours on the other side.
All right.
All right, just talk on.
Yes or no?
Count to 5. 10, count to 10 for me.
You got your ashtray on your phone?
No.
Sure. So, we're going to knock it off. Put it in this one here in the middle. Boom. So, you remember not to knock it off?
All right.
Hey, so do you hear pop every time this hoe come on and off?
Nah, you tripping. He trying to conserve his battery.
Huh? I don't want this hoe to just be on while I'm I'm not saying that.
Huh?
Oh, you got a mini hookah?
Yeah. You know, kind of hoopers.
Who got number 8? King, say something.
1, 2.
No, okay, that's not you. See West?
You're what it do?
Shit on that.
Al,
Yes, sir.
Stanley,
What's that?
that's you.
What?
Turn your phone off. What kind of phone you got?
And you know it's Android.
Oh, because that whole buzzing through the
Yeah, it's horrible.
There you go.
Just get it away.
I got Android. I know it's you.
Is that better?
Exactly.
Huh?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna have to watch the comments and shit.
I mean, if you do it, just don't do it for a long time.
You good? I'm telling you.
All right, let's start with you again, Yvette.
Hello.
Keep going.
Hello.
Keep going.
Hello.
One more time.
Hello.
All right. Next in line, let's keep going. Hold on. Now somebody else. Who else?
I don't know.
Happy. My live here.
Well,
Yeah, that was King.
yeah, I had set my phone on the mic. My bad.
What's me?
Yeah.
What does the phone do? Like make it where you can't hear?
It makes some
It's
buzz.
like white noise. Going
You know, I'm on YouTube. Someone said something about white noise.
All right, go ahead.
Why you got here? 1, 2,
It's about white.
do that shit, 5, 6, 7, 8. Shut up. No, it's good white noise. Hello.
Put it up a little higher.
5.
It's funny hearing y'all start out with these baby voices going, y'all finna yell at us.
Where's the mic?
Hell yeah. No, I got some basic on voice.
And all of a sudden, nigga, what? Yeah. Whoa.
No, fuck that shit.
What's up, cuz?
What's good? Shot.
Keep going.
Right here. Shot. So should I count? 5.
Is your mic on?
4. Yeah, it's on.
Does it got power?
It's got power.
Is the light on?
Everything going.
Talking to it.
Can you hear me? How about now?
Keep going.
How about now?
Keep going.
1, 2.
Rich.
All right.
I got 1, 2, 3,
Al.
4.
Keep going.
3, 2, 1.
Screw voice.
Yeah.
For real?
Give me my voice.
He got that radio voice.
All right, see what?
Jazz.
About 3 or 4 weeks.
One more time.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
It's the team crack man, bitch. Whoa.
All right, King.
It's lost. It's trash.
I had to get it before somebody else.
3 to the 4. Snoop Doggy Doggy Dr. Dre is at the dope, ready to make a Hendrix tobacco love.
Performing and shit.
We good?
We good. We
Oh,
actually.
goodness.
All right. Except for yourself.
Y'all know Migos is the greatest group of all time.
Migos. I said it like a
What?
Y'all ready?
But the end of the show right now.
We running.
You ready?
Hold on. Alright. Get your ass up. Get you already over there complaining.
But because this was 2 hours ago, that was me.
Yeah, that was true. It was B's fault.
My bad.
he just apologized.
He was gonna take
Shoot
it.
from the hip.
He's gonna take his line. Fuck it, just take it.
What?
Saban said when Biz asked whose phone that was, she said it's a regular droid.
That screen
I got
crack
it.
right there. Dang.
Fucked up. We know you got Android. Biz.
Everybody on iPhone got screen crack.
Biz ain't got no Android. He got some high tech piece of stuff with Android name on it. Nigga, I know you got
What the fuck you got?
Don't worry about that, goddamn.
I bet you ain't got no Android.
You know what I'm saying?
He got relationship goals on.
Exactly.
You ain't got no normal Android, Biz. Stop saying you normal. That's not just Android. It's not
Sitting
normal.
in a Rolls Royce, throw the hands and smile. I would be like that too. Shit.
Say here, I'm going to
Galaxy
on each other.
Is it a regular one or that's nice?
Look at what?
Oh yeah, that's a nice one.
That's all.
10 of it. Not the newest.
That's all that show.
Oh, shit.
I feel like that little baby on that baby's kids with the diaper.
Oh man.
Shit.
What you doing, man? What you doing, bro?
It's too dark.
You trying to say y'all one of y'all too dark?
Well,
He come in trying to be inconspicuous.
Nigga was totally different without a suit, dog.
All right. We good.
Who started off?
me.
I ain't sure, I mean,
Hey, I do my thing.
Gotcha. All right. Let's do it.
You ready?
Action.
All right, everybody. I want to welcome y'all to the most dangerous show on YouTube, R.N.S. I appreciate that.
I was waiting on somebody else to
These
say it.
niggas just want to get on their job. Y'all already know what it is, man. We talk about everything from politics and adventure ticket, but
He
today
said it.
is going to be a totally different show. Today is part 1 of the Battle of the Sexes. As you can see, I'm not on camera right now. I'm in my moderator mode.
Oh, yeah.
Being as biased as I can be. We have our panel of men. We have our panel of beautiful ladies. And tonight we are going to go at it. So without any further ado, we're going to go ahead and get the show started. Let's introduce ourselves, starting with the light right over to the right.
Boss.
My name is Ashley.
That's it.
Where can they find you on social media?
She don't want to tell nobody. Yeah.
That part.
If you don't want to sing, it's okay.
Now you can find me on Facebook at Lorraine Ashley Johnson. IG, I can't tell you right now. Twitter, I can't tell you. Snap, I can't tell you really. Look me up on Facebook.
To the left.
To the left. Everything's on.
I'll be back. You gotta have it on Facebook. Forgot my Instagram. Fuck it. So, just look me up on there.
And I'm Kay. You can find me on Instagram at KA _LRN2A's, and that's the best way.
What's good? It's your boy Moody Chango, MOODYCHA, and
You practice that shit.
Yeah, in the mirror.
Moody Cuz.
Every morning when he get out of bed. S. Jenkins 03 on IG. You know who the fuck I am. Where the fuck I is. Love you. Yeah.
What it is, album on Snapchat.
You better speak up.
Yeah. You
already you got the sexy voice on.
Say this album one, you know what I'm saying? Instagram, everything. AL_VAONE.
There you go.
Cornell West, Fly Guy C West in the building. All platforms at Fly Guy C West. Cornell West, Twitter, social media, Instagram, all that shit. There we go.
And as you already know where to find me on IG at King_it's_him. You already know what it is. No song.
I gotta do the sassy hand when he say it. He ain't even on camera. So I gotta do it.
Big King hand.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, let's get ready to rumble! All right, so here's how the format is going to go. Each team or each panel, each side will get an opportunity to put a question out there on the table. The opponent team will be able to talk about that question. You will have an opportunity to rebuttal that question. Are we clear on the rules?
Wait, so they get to ask us questions, we get to ask them questions?
That is correct.
Oh, see what you were talking about.
Talk over each other, try not to interrupt each other, and let's all have fun. Are you ready? As the moderator, I will be throwing the first topic out there
Throw that
and putting
motherfucker.
this on the table.
Throw it out there, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's start off with this. Who's more trifling and why? Who's more trifling, men or women, and why?
Oh, shit. The ladies can start there. The ladies can start with them.
By all means.
Huh?
What are y'all nervous?
Yeah.
No.
That's a broad question.
You can't, that's like a
Both is trying.
Can you use it in a sentence?
It weighs the same.
Can we define?
Define trifling?
Yeah, let's go ahead and define it.
You know what trifling?
Hey, I do. I just want you to define it.
Give me that dictionary over there, boy. That Webster.
Stanley, please ask Moody Cuz a trifling question.
Oh, you good. You got bitches?
Hey, I didn't know if you wanted me to answer that.
I wanted you to answer, yeah.
I did.
Oh, man.
But it's the definition that we all agree what bitches are.
Oh, Lord. What are bitches?
Women.
Right there.
This is
Or
what.
people that we have that don't
Gotta
have
use
the
the
list.
term.
Huh?
Gotta use the term people.
I did.
Okay.
Trifling.
What?
So,
I guess men will try.
how are men more trifling?
We're going to take your side. Who's going to be
Yeah.
Hey, Mark, you stay over there. Let him talk.
You get into it. It's okay.
Hey, will somebody pull out their phone, give me a dictionary definition of trifling for this nigga.
According to
Trifling, urban dictionary.
Destiny's Child,
Comparison.
you're trifling,
Turn your phone off.
good for nothing type of brother.
You sloppy. You don't know how to keep your affairs in order. You're doing too much. You're trifling. Like, you just lie for no reason. Yeah. You just do underhanded shit. Man on women, period.
Yeah, I would say both. I mean, there ain't no way that you just say it.
Can't say one is.
It
We're not
all
saying one is
depends
and
because
one ain't.
I can say that a man
I mean,
is more
from my-
trifling when it comes to his homeboys and when it comes to his friends. You just been a nigga when it comes to a woman when it comes to her. But we more trifling when it comes to y'all.
I don't really have an answer to this question
Yeah.
I was gonna say I can't say niggas is trifling because
because
if niggas lying and being dirty with me, I don't even fuck with them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna call niggas trifling.
That's
Yeah,
both.
I don't fuck with
And
women
then
that niggas same thing.
So we ain't no battle. We all agree.
That's a conversation.
You have to bring up a topic. In order to be a debate, you
We all went through a whole
topic. No,
We're in agreement.
but you are
Do we all agree?
Yeah.
We agree.
We
So
need
ask
a
the next
topic.
question.
A topic.
All right, ladies, y'all have a
Topic.
question for us,
Topic
man?
of discussion for the- This is debate, right? This is a debate. Okay.
Speak your mind.
Go ahead.
Speak your mind.
We all here.
Go.
We got that
Do
phone.
y'all think communication is important even through the talking stage?
Say what?
My phone.
No, that's your one. Yeah, that's your hand.
I didn't know. Just say nothing.
Loud as shit.
Go ahead with your question.
I said, do y'all think communication is important
She got an
even
apple.
through the talking stage?
Hold up.
Yeah, I believe.
What do you mean by communication?
How much communication?
Yeah, I mean,
Listen,
I
you
ain't
gonna
gonna
communicate. You gotta
text and
communicate.
talk to you
period.
every goddamn day all over your ass and shit. Like we ain't married, so why I need to check in with you every day?
I mean, you gotta make sure she cool. Like something could have happened. Like just, well, in my opinion, females, I would want him to like check up on you, like to make
Every
sure.
day, twice a day, 3 times.
Not like that, but like at least some good morning text, like how are you doing? Like, and I don't know, like you still alive? I'm still alive. You know, if you go on days without texting, just like, okay, are you okay? Or like, do you still want to entertain this?
In the talking phase.
Yeah, the talking
You
stage
have to
is
show
not.
interest.
Yeah.
I think you gotta show yourself.
If you're not
But I
showing
mean, that
interest,
shit go both ways. So if I hit you with a good morning text one day, your ass don't hit me with a good morning text the next day, I see where we at.
exactly. She gotta like you back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it can't
That's probably y'all think y'all want
So
to.
is communication important in the talking stage?
It is important.
I got you.
It is.
Communication or even non-communication is a form of communication. When you
Yeah,
know
it
shit
is.
ain't hitting
Like,
your ass.
But
That's
non-communication
a
says more. It is.
Yeah, so
I feel like true communication is to understand a person. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Because you can talk, you can talk to somebody.
question.
You know what I mean? It don't have to be a deep question, but I'm saying you can talk to somebody and you're not technically communicating until they understand. If a person don't understand where you come from or what you want to talk about, y'all ain't really communicating. So what is communication?
Well, on the superficial level, are you gonna hit me the fuck up?
Oh, okay.
And that's that.
That's different.
On a real shit level, and you gonna respond.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Don't mean that.
That too.
Don't people communicate
That too.
at the same
And
time?
how am I supposed to know how you want to communicate if we don't communicate on the superficial level?
Yeah.
Agreed.
Okay. Touche.
I believe that women aren't as good communicators as they portray themselves to be, or as they
True.
think they are.
True.
We communicate
yeah,
what we want to communicate.
a lot of times they expect us to be mind readers and shit too.
Yeah.
That's how, I mean, if you really want to be honest, we communicate just like pretty much anybody. You got to communicate with who you really want to communicate with. I could sit up and have 5 text messages in my phone and I could respond to not one now, one over, but it could be that one message that I just talked to. So I think it's all depends on who that person is. But like she said, she'd be asleep. I'd be asleep too. I might wake up to respond to that one text message.
You talking to a motherfucker past 35. I could be asleep right now.
He wouldn't say I'm wrong. I'd be already
I wouldn't hear
Y'all
a word.
already know. Y'all done seen me pass it a few times. It can happen. It could definitely happen. So,
The moderator is gonna have questions.
I did too.
I did too, but you know,
Yeah,
it's okay.
I gave you out the format.
You didn't give us no goddamn format.
You gave one damn, you gave
You gave us the format 5 minutes
We're
ago.
not gonna do
It's
this.
moderated.
Look at the
We're not gonna push everything over. But let me tell you something. There's a question that was posted in the comments
we
that
can't be on our
said,
phone like that.
is a double standard needed?
Is it needed?
Double standards are needed.
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
Elaborate on
Yeah, I
that.
was just saying, please tell us about
Double
that.
standards are necessary. It lets everybody know where they stand, and like as far as like gender roles and everything, it has to be rules. And sometimes rules overlap, and then everybody just needs to come to terms with the fact that it is what it is. If you can't accept fucking reality, as ugly as it is, then we can't move forward. At least you can't with me.
So you mean
I
like
can give you an example of
you in a relationship?
Yeah, I need that too.
You in a relationship? And
Let's go to the peanut gallery. Peanut gallery, can we get an example of the double standard?
Yes. It's needed, like Stanley said, because of the fact that a woman is a woman and a man is a man. We operate two different ways. You know, so they don't gotta hear me, do they? They can hear me and they can respond to me.
I guess you still can hear what you say.
I can give you.
You hear what I said though, Stanley?
Yeah, but there's people, there's camera here.
I can give you a mic.
Okay.
There you go. But
Keep going. I'm taking about 2.
go for it.
So what I'm saying is, example. Sometimes, I'm not saying it's right, but sometimes, well, let's just be honest. Men are not okay with a lot of things women are okay with that we're not as strong. So there's double standards for that. If you cheat, and because you're a man, if you cheat and you have something else that comes about that, which is a child, it's going to be outside of that household. If she cheats, you got a whole nigga baby that you rubbing on every night. It's got to be a double standard somewhere with that.
That's easy. That's not. I don't think it's a double.
I just knew that.
I don't think that's a
I was
double.
trying to understand what
I just knew you had a bad.
The level of the cheat is different. The level of the cheat is different. It's the reason why women are stronger than men.
So,
We didn't make
wait
it
a
up.
minute. So, wait a minute. I'm lost. Because you guys know about baby thing. So, if a dude go out and have a baby and it's what now?
It's not living.
It's not as
It's not living with you guys. It's not in your household. You don't have to feed it. You don't have to do it. But if she gets pregnant all 9 months, you got another nigga seed in your crib that you feed, that you nurture it.
But either
It
way,
feels different. I'm
I'm not in that crib no more.
But it's happening in the majority. Don't make it personal. Talk about the world. Talk about everybody.
But I see how you.
I can make it personal. I can
She doesn't have to. She doesn't have a daily reminder. She doesn't have a daily reminder.
Out of all the dudes I know, will stick around.
That's the way it is.
She doesn't have a daily reminder, but you do.
It's done.
She doesn't have a daily.
But even on the other.
What you say? It's done. You heard?
Oh, for me.
But
it's
for her,
done.
it's not necessarily done.
No, but that's her decision
Double
to
standard.
make. That's her decision to make if she's gonna stick with it or not.
It's just easier for her to deal with because the baby is not a daily reminder.
It's easier.
The
for her to
baby
deal
for
with.
him is a daily reminder. That 9 months is gonna be the hardest 9 months. It happens. It happens. That's just an example. I'm just saying.
But so you saying it's easier for a woman to handle the fact that her
Yeah.
it's easier.
Women are stronger, period. Women are stronger, period.
Yeah.
Women are stronger, period. Let's just be honest. And if the fact that y'all stronger, period, double standards got to be in motion. Men are stronger physically, period.
Michelle, so down because I see what I'm saying. With your granny, you can go say with your granny. You can go
We
say
can't
with
deal
your
with
big,
shit.
we
Y'all
don't
can talk about
No, I'm talking about the
Peanut Gallery ended.
He can move out and take his baby with him.
Oh, shit. His baby ain't even there. His baby is at her granny house.
You gonna be stepping on
That's
goddamn.
not
Shut up.
like.
You get what I'm saying, though.
Okay, I put it like this. I got a question. Would y'all consider your other half if they went out and cheated and brought home a break baby? How would y'all take that? Like, would
That's a
y'all?
full break.
No, we don't do breaks first of all.
No, at all.
If we gonna break, we gonna break up.
Yeah, exactly.
And don't come
No, no,
back.
ain't no
Especially
break.
if you got a baby on the way. You can't come back.
A break, baby.
A break baby.
Done.
Still break.
A break
That
baby.
baby can break.
That boy, Mike, he's got a whole show on Netflix.
As far
Where he
as
got a break baby. Have y'all seen it? Yeah, I got to see a little bit of it. So that's a really good subject because it's real out here.
Yeah.
And it's
They
like,
had a
no,
break in the
no,
baby.
I couldn't do none of that.
The son, the daughter,
That's
the
too
same
much.
age.
Benito.
They call it
mental
mental
every day.
Yeah,
Exactly. That's too much to deal with.
Yeah, twins.
But she could deal with it because with men, it's immediately you out. With women, they can deal with it because they stronger. But they baby is not. She barely even know that boy. Meaning she haven't been dealing with that every day. But if it was her baby, that baby's raised in the household with the man and the woman. It's a daily reminder of the fact that she stepped out, which makes it harder. You get what I'm saying? That's just a fact. You know what I'm saying? It really is just a fact. That's why women, man, they don't always leave us if we have a baby on them.
I mean, I would feel weird having another man's seed in me, and then I come out.
She not gonna feel
It's like you
okay.
rub it like don't.
She don't even feel a woman don't even feel all the way okay with the fact that baby. She feel guilty every day.
If people don't like you,
You ain't even a daddy.
I feel that guilt, but it's
Right. Hold your own her.
I would feel the same guilt if the woman I had the baby with was living with us with the baby in the house while we in the same house. Then maybe we could understand maybe they can understand what we would feel if they got pregnant. But until then, they won't understand that. It's a double standard, bro.
Automatic.
We would all leave. They would consider staying. We ain't considering a motherfucker.
But I don't think.
Why is it like that?
God made women have babies. We didn't do it. It's not our fault.
I'm sorry. I
Women
wouldn't
are more forgiving, more accepting
So y'all can't
by
do
nature.
No, I wouldn't.
No,
He doing everything else right.
Not most men.
He ain't never messed up. And he messed up one time.
It's not still okay when it comes
I
to
can't
shit.
consider.
Whoa, Frank, whoa.
Y'all are
You
more
got
fragile.
to use the F word. Fragile.
Y'all are more fragile when it comes to some shit like
Correct.
that.
I agree.
I agree.
We ain't taking no
Y'all
shit.
hurt easy.
Y'all hurt easy.
Y'all hurt easy.
Because it's
But y'all shouldn't know.
But y'all hurt
we
easy.
shouldn't.
You shouldn't deal with that shit.
Exactly.
I said what I said.
And I'm not being sensitive. Y'all just hurt easier than women. Y'all just
Sensitive.
hide it in other ways.
No, we
But I
not
know
taking
a lot
no
of
shit.
women, I know a lot of women who deal with
It just depends on the level of the disrespect.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like it's. Like
So
a
maybe
man
that
like
makes
feel
us more
like
fragile because we're
disrespected to
good.
like I can't even look at you the same way. Like
I have a sub question to this whole situation for the ladies. You're married, you find out you're pregnant. You're gonna keep the baby? It's by another nigga? You gonna keep this baby?
I'm sorry.
Well,
wait a
You want your
minute.
husband?
I will say you keeping the
What Greg
goddamn
Anderson
baby.
say?
You got 6 weeks. You got 6 weeks.
Greg Anderson say you better take that plan B.
You better think quick.
I will don't give a fuck.
Why are you gonna keep
By
that
the time
baby?
you find out you're pregnant, plan B don't work no more.
Better have that
No, I'm talking about
man
right now. Because you know when somebody done did
You better have them on
So
deck.
you better have a plan B and chew it up with your
Before you
orange.
find out that
But you're in a situation where you can't abort the baby. Are you going to keep the baby?
somebody gonna know I'm even pregnant. I'm going to Mexico for like 6 weeks. I don't think I know shit.
That's an extended vacation.
You damn sure right.
Seeing as how my tooth are tied. and-
No.
If a baby comes, then I gotta keep the baby. I
Yeah.
gotta keep the baby.
Yes,
I mean, because that's a fucking miracle, baby. How'd you swim through there? How'd you get in there? So I'm keeping it.
So you would sacrifice your marriage, per se.
My
for the
marriage
baby.
gotta go.
Hey,
For 9 months.
For the side
Come
piece,
back,
baby.
come back.
you live some, you lose some, but you live again. Find another
I
husband.
mean,
They gotta live, you find out you're pregnant.
Everything.
don't do that. Don't say that.
If you do abort the baby, would you tell your husband that you got pregnant?
That's the question I asked.
What's the purpose?
Is there such thing as a necessary
No,
life?
I would have to
Necessary
because
life. Is there such thing as a
I
necessary
So
life?
yeah, you got to
We
retire
can't
your
fuck.
pussy for a little while.
I mean, we can't have sex.
There will be questions.
So
Give me my question.
does that mean that there is a need for a necessary life?
That question was asked by the peanut gallery just
Is there a need for a necessary life?
Who answered it?
Don't answer the shit.
No, I'm not gonna. I can't lie.
Is it necessary life?
So you tell your husband
No.
that you got pregnant by another baby.
If you don't get rid of
I
that,
have to.
I'm just sorry.
I'm
Like
not.
how you gonna live with that every day?
I'm not.
She keep it
We live with a lot of shit.
Like how can she live with that and not tell her husband? How do you live with that and not tell your husband? Then when the baby come out looking like you don't look with none of his features,
It's not your baby.
The lot comes when you get rid of the baby, not when you keep
You on the
it.
break.
If you're deleting the baby,
So
don't tell
I will say this: I've seen situations where a wife has cheated, she ended up pregnant, and she don't know if it's the other niggas or the husband's child, and the husband says, you know what, we not gonna worry about it. Fuck that nigga. We're not gonna get no DNA test. I'm gonna raise this baby. And that's gonna be the end of it. Don't bring the shit up no more. That has happened.
and you don't get no
5%
DNA
as
test.
well.
Ever. That's kid. You raise that kid as his own.
I gotta know.
So how would
Weird
y'all
ass
do it?
shit.
If y'all just really got somebody pregnant,
I gotta know.
Fellas, the ladies has posed a question. How would y'all do it if your wife came to you and told you she was pregnant by another?
First of all, it's not what I asked.
Okay.
I said,
Oh.
how would y'all, if y'all were the ones that got somebody pregnant, would y'all expect for her to keep the baby? Would you pay for an abortion, or would you tell your wife that you got another girl not enough?
I'm gonna speak first.
necessary
'Cause I
life.
know everybody gonna fight me.
No, because it's not tonight.
Keep that baby. Number
Wow.
one. Because I made that child. Screw that.
So
Now, if she like, I'm getting an abortion, all right, that's on you. Bye.
So are you willing to take the baby, raise the baby in your own home with your wife?
Well, I'm gonna first tell my wife, like,
You think it's gonna last?
No.
You don't think she's gonna stay?
Hey guys, I got a red flag for y'all real quick before y'all answer this question. Savon Howell let it be known that by law, legally in the state of Texas, even if she gets pregnant by another nigga, that baby actually belongs to the
Your
husband.
baby, yeah.
To who?
The
To
husband.
the husband.
So she,
Even though she got pregnant by another nigga.
don't get
That's
married.
your baby.
All
You make
my-
it see.
Look here, all my Eagles gonna
They
leave.
just changed a lot of things for me.
No, I don't know. Abortion is okay for everybody else, baby. It ain't okay for mine.
Yeah,
all my
that's how I
Eagles
feel.
gonna leave. This is what it is. I'm sorry. I don't believe in abortion with my seed. No, she get pregnant, the baby comes to
Keep
me.
that, yeah, keep that shit.
Al, cuz you realize that this question puts you in a situation of being a side nigga.
Oh, I ain't being outside.
So, as the side nigga, you now have an outside baby. What's up? What you gonna do?
If I got an outside baby, then my baby, I'm taking care of myself.
So you gonna sacrifice your marriage?
It's my child.
You know that the Bible says he who finds a wife finds a
The Bible
good
is
thing.
good.
Oh, they ain't going there.
That's deep. That's tough.
They ain't going there.
The Bible
This
is
nigga called the
God.
Bible.
Yeah, that's my child, man. I don't know.
Okay. Mr. West.
Where you going?
Tell my wife I fucked up. I'm tired.
I mean, that's what you're supposed to do.
But yeah, we're not killing my kids.
Yeah. All my
And
Eagles
after
gonna leave.
that,
Damn.
there's a way,
You know what's-
like if I got to be joint custody with the ones I already got with her, and then have mine, and that's what we're going to do.
You know what's real fucked up?
What?
Every one of us has said we're gonna keep the child if we fucked up. But they all said, fuck that child.
Yvette said she would have.
No, I'm keeping my baby.
She said she was gonna keep it.
What do you
They,
mean?
I heard over here.
I
Fuck
have
that
to
child.
be kidless. I don't want no more kids.
Can I respond in the peanut
Oh,
gallery?
oh, you-
Yeah, come on, Peanut
In the peanut gallery, okay, that's why the first question was really important. Double standard, right? We all said we're gonna keep our baby because it's easier first off. Because out that baby is first, it's a thing called child support. Women don't really get it, especially not in the first 9 months. Especially not the first year.
Well, you cousin. Ain't nobody said nothing about no child.
Hold on, wait. Child support come with that extra baby, unless you and the baby mama come into agreement. That's why I said necessary lie. If they're going to get rid of the baby, they should lie. If you plan on not doing it again and you're going to delete the baby, that is a necessary lie. Why destroy his mental capacity over something that you're not going to keep? Why destroy your relationship if you know you're going to try to do better? The reason why men are okay with keeping it because the baby is not in her face every day.
So
It's a double standard for a reason.
I would say this though: what happens when you hold that lie, right? And then all of a sudden something happens where you and your husband need to go to the doctor. The doctor's talking, and he brings up that you had an abortion.
The doctor ain't supposed to mention that in front of them, especially if you let them know not to.
It's a HIPAA violation. So
That's a HIPAA violation.
his license.
I am your husband.
The doctor don't care. The doctor don't care, and the doctor can get sued off that.
He don't ever talk to you about nothing medically going on with his wife unless she signs papers that gives him the right.
I don't agree that she's supposed to just take that to the grave. If you walking around and got somebody
Man,
that's
if I
maybe
find
you
out
got a
later-
miscarriage or you get an abortion,
The women were all okay with the abortion, the guys weren't. Y'all don't think it's a reason because of that?
what?
Why do you think that they all said it's okay to let it go, and most of y'all said my seed gonna survive?
Okay, I'm cool with that.
Y'all noticed that was a
I ain't
split
speaking to
decision.
none of them.
Why y'all think that is? Why do you think that is? It's a double standard, man.
Why? That's their choice.
Yeah, that's their choice.
Yeah, but it's a definite choice if they want their husband to not leave. It's a definite choice if they don't want their husband to leave.
So let me say
or
this.
be distraught.
Statistically, women are known to murder their husbands for cheating. Like by the numbers, there's more women killing their husbands versus men killing their wives for cheating. So, with that being said, be careful what you ask for.
So I should lie.
Seriously. No, but at the end of the day, I get where y'all coming from. Like you said, some things are necessary lies, but at the same time, if it comes out, it's going to do more damage than it would if you would have just told them up front.
Exactly.
And that's the issue. Question.
Let me make that decision.
Question. Should men have a say on if a woman aborts a child?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
It all
Yes.
depends. Husbands, yes, because I've known some couples that have gotten pregnant, did not want a kid, and they talked it amongst themselves. I also know a couple of few people that were married, got pregnant. She went and got the abortion that destroyed their marriage because you did not talk about that with your husband. But when it comes to somebody that
to a woman getting knocked up and running off and not telling nobody to go make that decision herself, is that cool?
Say that again.
If a woman get knocked up by a nigga, don't tell him she just went off and get an abortion. Is that cool?
You tell him something. Whether he agrees to it or not.
I wouldn't say it's cool. You still wouldn't let that person know.
Yeah, you tell that person, hey, I got pregnant, but I'm not keeping the baby. And y'all, and I'm talking about 10, they're not together. Yeah. He's gonna be like, not together,
She don't know how to do whatever she want to do with her body.
I think the realization of the situation is a man has no say-so when it comes to children. If a woman gets pregnant, whether the man wants the baby or not, it is going to be up to that woman whether she decides to carry the baby to term or to end her pregnancy. Yep. That is one of the biggest double standards in the law. Now, you're man enough to get her pregnant. I do understand that, but at the same time, it's one of those things where you kind of know what you're getting into. And let's say you got pregnant at a time where I just don't fuck with you no more. You done busted the windows out my car. I done slashed your tires. We just want to go our separate ways, and all of a sudden it's, I'm pregnant, nigga.
No, she keeping it, baby.
But she keeping it out of spite, or, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people out here having babies with people they just don't want to deal with. But why?
Because they know that's a controlling mechanism.
They're actually
women use kids. Women that don't really want a kid with that man, if she knows that she can get to him any type of way, she's going to have that baby and use it against him. Especially if he is one of them fathers that's in his kid's life struggle trying to be there. She going to use that baby against him. I see that shit firsthand. And like a dummy, he going to let the shit happen.
There are actually...
What are you going to do? Push it down the stairs?
No, because you got to look at like...
Well, bleaching her cereal?
No, but I mean, you a whole man. What the fuck? A whole man. You can't control your baby mama.
Have you tried to control a baby mama?
A black man is trying to control
her. That's how y'all want to be in charge and take charge and be the head of. Control the bitch you got pregnant. It's that simple.
Check out her hand movement.
You keep saying it's simple.
Check out her hand movement.
It is.
Meanwhile, niggas cannot do this shit.
Okay, how's that you control? You can't control your baby mama, but you can control your wife who ain't got your kids. How the fuck is that possible?
That's exactly.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
Hold on. Your wife.
I got a question for you.
Your wife should have been trying to manipulate you.
Yeah.
No, listen.
Baby mamas with the kids.
Can your baby daddy control you?
Exactly.
But my thing about it is, I'm gonna put myself in a position to be controlled. I know my baby daddy has a whole wife. He doesn't have to control me because I'm not one of them little ignorant brothers. He has to control me. And there is no way of controlling. But when you have an outright baby mama who's making your life a living hell, that's the option. You're choosing so that it's happening.
I can't speak on that.
But a simple conversation can be
Does your kids, your mother kids, they give you problems?
She said a simple conversation. Hey, once there's a baby
you fucking up what we got going on because you did it.
Once there's a baby involved, there's no such thing as a simple conversation.
Yeah, it ain't simple no more.
That is not a simple.
But at the same time, basically, because I don't want to be around you or nothing if your baby mama is getting in between.
Which is why there have been debates. It never went through. There's been debates on having a piece of paper before that you sign that birth certificate. You still sign it as a man, but they've been trying to make it to where you can say, hey, do I want this baby? Yes or no. Do you want this baby? Yes or no. And if he says no and you say yes, no child support. Because if you decided to have this baby without him, I feel like the man shouldn't have to pay child support. You chose to create a life and decide that on your own.
Are you proposing that...
I'm not. I'm not.
Let me ask a question. Are you proposing that upon pregnancy, people have to come together and legally sign a document saying I'm okay with this pregnancy?
They've been trying to get that going. It's never went through. But there are still men all around the world who pay child support for babies when they just had regular, casual sex with a woman that they barely know, and all of a sudden this woman is taking most of their earnings. You get what I'm saying?
Should there be mandatory paternity tests for every child?
Yes. 1,000%. And I have a question for the lady. So we're talking about the side chick thing, the whole baby outside of the relationship. Let's flip roles. You're the wife of the man who just had a baby outside of y'all marriage. How do you feel about him trying to mend fences with his crazy baby mama?
I'm not gonna be around to see that, so I don't give a shit.
What was the question again?
How do you feel about your husband trying to mend fences with that crazy baby mama? Or for the fellas, how do you feel about your wife trying to mend fences with the crazy baby
She ain't
mama?
my wife.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
go ahead, go with
Hey,
it.
We're no longer together.
Now,
Yeah, I'm not gonna be there to even see you
unless
trying
she
to
already
make
came
a
into
so I
a
don't care.
relationship
Say,
with
when she came with a child.
then all right.
So y'all some runners, y'all some track stars.
No,
It's not gonna be where it's like a
She gonna run away when they get home.
That's why I already been in control of it. It gets to the point with me, and we just gonna actually just gonna handle it.
So I hate to say
It's
this.
not gonna matter.
I hate to say this, but why is it that in other communities, the Anglo-Saxon community particularly, they stay and they mend their houses versus the minority communities, the black communities, and they leave. Like Hispanic communities, they even stay as well.
no, they don't.
No, but they do.
Them motherfuckers could
Remember
have.
that?
They
Remember
get
that
paid
saying?
$80,000 out the
They
door.
wanna deal with
They
this
what?
stuff that we just
No.
don't wanna deal with.
They do what?
They do.
Black and the
They stick
Hispanic
it out.
and white communities, they stay in those situations.
They do.
But the black communities, we're quick
Because
to leave.
they're still family oriented. They know it's
Yeah,
about
and
the
half of them
children.
getting their ass
Us,
beat.
it's
They
about
can't
me.
leave.
I'm keeping
You know
my
what I mean?
edges.
But you
Sick
were
of this
one of the
shit.
ones
They
that
can't
said
leave.
you were leaving.
Yeah.
No.
So that's
I wouldn't be
double
with,
standard.
you
like I
also-
said, I
but
wouldn't be
you
with
also
the
gotta look
woman.
at-
But I'm definitely going, you know what I'm saying, trying to make sure
That's a
things are
big
good
ass
with my
double
child.
standard, ain't it, Moody?
But you gotta
Yeah,
look
Still
at
go-
and
it's
he
still about the
should.
child. So
You
let me
go
ask you,
ahead
in the
and-
end, I don't
If you
give a-
were- if you were to cheat on your wife and have a baby, do you expect her to stay?
I don't care what she does.
That's your wife.
Okay, look, if she wants to go, I fucked
But you
up.
would want her to,
You know
right?
what I mean? Yeah, of course.
So
But
you
what I'm
already
saying
you
is-
already gonna be prepared for the outcome of what's gonna happen.
Exactly. If I tell her, hey, look, I cheated, I fucked up. If you leave me, all right, cool. I understand. I already know what I have to do.
Yeah, I'd be fucked up about it, but
I would love for you to stay.
But
you know what I'm saying?
let me
But
ask you
that
this
means
question.
that means you got to deal with.
if your wife decided to stay after you went and had an inbred, well, outside baby and brought that baby inside, would you be able
caught that
to?
too,
right?
Would you trust? Would you be able to? How can I put this question?
Trust
I
that
got
she
you,
gonna
prima
be
donna.
straight 100% faithful after that?
Yes.
Nope.
Would you?
No, I wouldn't
So
be
you
able
would have
to.
your thought. That's why I'm saying it's
But-
no. It wouldn't even be no point in even finishing it or trying to
Because your
even
mental
work that
gonna
out
be
because
fucked
the
up.
trust is gone.
Right.
Your thought process is over here. Her thought process is over there. So it's like y'all just pretty much gone. So what are y'all there for? Y'all just there to
Right.
be there to keep what? The title, the ring, the look.
I mean, at least I would communicate
So-
that, like, you know what I'm saying?
Prima Donna said that you better. She said that it's about to be a mixed family, and she said you need to mend those fences.
Fuck them fences.
Quit
Them
thinking
hoes
with your
coming down.
emotions.
Yeah, no, I feel that. I feel that.
Digging the
100%.
planks up.
Nah.
Prima
You know what I
Donna
mean?
ass
As
gone.
far as
Be extra nice. He gonna have another baby on your
the
ass.
situations.
Exactly.
So I got a question for y'all.
I'm just
we're
trying
gonna
to
segue away from this. I had a friend, and he lives by a philosophy, right? He says that when it comes to women, this is how he dates them. He says you treat them good, but you don't treat them right.
Damn.
How do you feel about that?
I've heard that saying before.
I ain't gonna lie, it's my first time hearing that.
How do you do that?
Treat them good, but you don't treat them right.
Treat them good. You spoil them.
How do you do
spend
that?
money on them. You take them on trips. You don't treat them
That's
right. You're
good.
not faithful. You're not honest. You lie. But then again, you keep that. You give them what they
What
see.
they think they
You
want?
give them what they want.
It
What they
depends
think they
on the
want?
man. Shit.
No.
Well, you
I
give
ain't
them what you
gonna
think
do
they
it.
want.
I don't want
I don't
that.
know. I ain't gonna give a
It,
damn.
it depends on who it is.
Nope.
You can't treat me both and leave me alone.
Right. No, I
Can't treat me
do
good.
that.
You can't treat me
Good,
right.
I still don't
want
I
understand.
don't get it like
I
that's
don't-
So let me ask you, what is treating
young
right?
people,
This
when I
nigga
was
talking about
young,
algebra,
probably
cool.
when I was in my
Like what is what is a
kinda
man,
like
what is
physics.
treating right for a woman?
I don't fucking get
You know
it.
what I mean?
But it depends on the man.
Being honest and faithful. I don't want you spoiling me and you out here being a hoe. Like,
So-
It's the fluff. You
Different-
get all the
Yeah.
the niceties. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But he out there doing what the fuck he want to do.
So he
Different
treat
type
you
of
see what I'm
man,
saying?
but he doing you wrong.
different type of men are allowed to do different things.
I'm saying that.
That's what they saying.
It's like
That's
saying,
another double standard.
I love
ain't it?
him. He takes care of me.
Yeah.
He makes sure I'm good. He feeds me. He clothes me.
Like I
But he
said,
doesn't treat me right.
All right, so what about if he don't treat you good, but he treats you right?
Pretty much flip the other side of it.
So,
Everything you
so
just
is that
said.
okay?
No, because we want it all. We really do want it all, but we will settle
when
for
you
certain
say-
type
We
of
said
men.
that.
What are you gonna settle for?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Materialistic
What is
things
it that
don't
you
go
want?
so
a few weeks
far.
ago. That came back full circle.
The peanut gallery is about to
Because
speak.
my thing about it,
Hold on.
when I say you say treat you good, but don't treat you. Because you
But they
Like,
don't
okay,
treat you
no,
right.
he's gonna be honest with you, but let's say he can't afford to do all that other shit. He
That's
can't afford
fine.
to spoil you.
That's
he can't.
fine.
See, y'all say that shit.
That,
Y'all believe
girl,
that
that
shit.
is not okay.
Well, this is my thing.
That is not
But
okay.
listen, but hold on. Okay, now this is my
That-
thing.
that is
Now,
not
when you
okay.
say can't spoil, what do you mean? Like, buy me what? Go out and buy me
What do
a
you
purse?
mean?
No, he might not have
like,
time.
it's
I
me,
don't
your
expect that
requirement.
from
You
him.
know
He
what?
might not have the time.
Look. I read something right recently. This man asked his woman for $20, and he went out and spent that $20 on another girl on a date. But he took her to the park for ice cream. The girl posted a picture and said, "Good dates don't have to be expensive." And this girl was mad because he took another woman on a date with her $20 for cheaper. And in my head, I was like, damn, that's fucked up. And I said, well, what kind of dates do you be asking him to go on for this girl to really love this shit and you be tripping? So the good part kind of depends on you. What are your expectations? And how do I want to ask this question?
Hold on, Moody. I love that question though. What are your expectations?
Yeah. Like, what
I
are
don't
your?
count your pockets.
So, say that again.
So I don't count pockets. So being spoiled financially is not something I look for.
But counting pockets and having the expectation of being treated at a certain level are two totally different things.
But I'm just saying that we were talking about what he said. That's what I'm trying to get from the finish.
And then it's about getting to know people. You'll know a person that don't really got it by basically talking to him every day, like, or if he asking you for some money all the time. You'll know, like, why would I put myself in that if I know you ain't
How
got
many
it
times
like
can
that?
he ask you for money?
Huh?
Damn.
How many times can he ask you for money?
And how early in the
Many
relationship?
times I
Well,
can.
yeah, if it get to the point where you keep asking me, then it's like, I don't want to be
How many times can he?
What you mean, how many times?
How many times can he ask?
Baby,
And
loan
you gonna get?
baby, loan me $20.
There's levels to that shit.
That's
Depends
it.
on what level he on.
So
2 times it's a wrap. If it's a repetitive thing, then
I can't really say that
Peanut
because it all
Peanut
depends on
Gallery
what
chime in.
level he's on with me and
Please-
him.
please
Could
allow.
be here, or here.
Please allow. I gotta
it just
address this.
depends.
Okay.
So a lot of them said they said some of them said the same thing y'all said when it came to the baby. Oh, I'm leaving, right? But we all know it's a guy, a certain guy who makes them feel a certain way. We talking about women. How do y'all feel? Nigga need to focus on how y'all feel. If he make you feel a certain way, it's certain guys who can have that baby and you'll stay. It's certain guys who can have that baby and you're not gonna be. It's not always based on the money. It's always based on how he makes you feel, who this man really is to you. And you can say that, but and then y'all keep saying Go off majority. Go off what you see the majority of people doing. Because when you keep saying we can say all day what we wouldn't do. Because we don't know nobody's personal situation. But let's go off the majority of what's really happening in our face. We know millions of people. We all do. We see millions of situations. Women, if there's a certain guy, he can get away with certain stuff that most guys can't get away with. That's just
Yeah,
clear.
in
Okay.
some cases, some women, that is true.
Saying the only situation that I can see myself staying in if there's an outside baby is that he doesn't have any kids. That's the only way
And I
I'm fucking
can't give it to
staying.
him.
And I can't give him one. That's the only way. That's the only way. And I don't care how much I love him.
But we gotta talk about that though.
kids with you.
No, I mean like the outside baby.
We gotta talk about that.
Like, and I'm the wife.
Yeah.
It's his first child.
Yeah.
His first kid. Like,
So he
you know,
had a baby
Can you
with
give
somebody
the
else before he
baby?
had a baby with you
Can you give
in
the
y'all
baby?
relationship.
I'm burnt the clip. You know what
Oh,
I'm saying?
okay,
So
yeah.
like that's what I'm saying. That's different. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, okay, well, what are we gonna do?
I feel like a conversation needs to be had between you and that person, especially if he knows that he can't give you a kid. Well, you can't give him one, and she knows that it has to be some type of, if you give up an egg, you know, whatever the case may be, but come to some type of agreement on that. Just don't go out and nut in the first bitch you see because your wife can't give you a kid, and then come back
You
and say,
agree that there's certain guys that can get away with stuff. That's what I want to know.
But she could, so I went on ahead and got it from her, and I'm like, where the conversation at? You couldn't talk
Well,
to me
yeah, it
about
better
it.
be a conversation.
But you ask the question:
I
Is
feel like
there a
it's
certain
always been a
guy,
conversation.
certain guys who make you feel a certain way, treat you a certain way, make whatever inside of you make you feel whole? Can he get away with certain things?
No. As far as a baby, no.
So if he treats you right,
Love is a hell of a drug.
No.
I'm tell you.
if he
Not
treats
the
you
baby.
right,
And it's gonna be a guy.
If
he ain't
I ain't
yet,
paying
he coming.
I
You
think
hand the nigga the
Not
belt.
the baby. Not the baby, because that baby
I
comes
don't
with a
trust
baby
love.
mama.
It is
Double
right.
standard.
Love is a hell of a
I
drug.
think,
I done swallowed that hell twice.
if a woman
It's
feels
just-
like that
it's
strongly
that-
about that
love
guy,
is
like
one
she's
hell of a
not
drug.
gonna
I
let him
just
get away
swallowed
with
twice.
much shit. She's not gonna let him get away with much because she's not gonna want to put up with have to think about that.
Exactly.
Sharing that with another woman.
Because what you fail to realize is, even though that baby is not in a home, that is a traumatic experience for a woman to go through. That baby's not there.
Yeah.
But every time you hollering, I'm going to see my kid. I'm going to pick up my kid. It's my kid's birthday.
time
We got to
away from
relive the
her,
fact
time
that you
away
went out and slept with a whole nother broad and you got a whole baby here. So guess what? Not only am I having to share you with this girl, but I got to share you with this baby as well.
What you really want to call him?
Bastard baby. Little bastard baby. Damn. I'm trying to be funny, but that's what I'm
That
saying.
bitch and that
So
bastard.
like he said, it can
Cute
be a
little
double
fucker.
standard, but just because that baby's not living up underneath that roof don't mean that shit hurt us. That shit hurts us like hell. And I'm not thinking off of me. I'm talking about the majority of what and who I know. That
So
shit
I am a
hurts.
firm believer that love and hate are roommates. You know what I'm saying? I say that because they say it's a thin line between love and hate. Really, love and hate are the same emotion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And depending on the situation, you can cross those lines very easily. Very easily.
Hate is a strong word, though.
So is love. And that's
Very strong.
they're
If I use hate,
twins.
don't ever talk
You know what I'm
to
saying?
me.
They
I
live in the
hate
same house.
Yeah.
They have the same
Hate you.
characteristics.
And that's the
It's
thing.
just depending on which side of the fence you're going on.
That's true.
One's a blonde,
So
one's
look,
redhead.
before marriage, I used to have a saying that I used to use, and it used to work. And I'm gonna tell you why. Well, I don't know why, but God could tell you. So I used to have a saying. I used to eat nachos, right? So you got to plate the nachos. You ain't ate all day. You at work. You hungry. You real hungry. You go to the bathroom to wash your hands. You come back. Somebody done took a bite of your nachos. Now this is not in the marriage. This
Throw
is
the whole
like
plate
regular
in the
dating,
trash.
right? Somebody took a bite of your nachos. Are you gonna just say, you know what? You ate a bite of my nachos. You can have it.
No, I'm tossing
And
in the
the
trash.
food truck gone. You got 5 more hours to work. You starving. Or you gonna say, you know what? You can have these nachos. Or you be like, no, these are my nachos. I used to tell women, so you gonna let them take your nachos? Like that was and it used to work because she done took a piece of me. Now this ain't got nothing to do with baby. It's about cheating, right? She done took a piece of your nachos.
You think you're talking about
But these are
nachos.
still your fucking nachos. Are you gonna let them have your nachos? Or you gonna say, hey, no, I work for these nachos. I paid for them. These are my motherfucking nachos. That shit don't
Talking to
work.
Mike, nigga.
But as far as dating, because you talking about marriage, you ain't really there yet. So let's deal with what you dealing with. In that situation, use that line. I'm gonna tell you why. Because if she really cares about you, and it's just about cheating, I know baby, nothing like that, you can use that line because she your nachos, bro. Just because somebody had a piece of your nachos, and they some good ass fucking nachos, don't let nobody have your fucking nachos. I used to say this to women.
Them ain't my
A
nachos.
lot of times,
Yeah. Them ain't my
realize
nachos.
nachos.
I don't know what them hands mean, bro.
That's
nachos.
nachos.
It don't work for
Any
men.
trash
It don't work for men. We don't give a damn. You touch our nachos, it's over.
So for the ladies,
But with
my shit
women,
is trash.
they ain't let nobody have they nachos, especially if it's some good ass nachos.
I know you.
I'm over here thinking, I'm like, bro, you can keep them damn nachos.
So hold on, for the ladies though, y'all touched on something that I don't think we've ever touched on. You just stated that if he didn't have any children and he went out and had a baby, that's the conversation y'all are gonna have, right? So are you saying that you're okay with the premeditated cheat? That he's coming back to you?
That's
and
not
saying,
cheating.
That's premeditated.
That's-
If you're coming
cheating.
back, that's definitely cheating.
No,
If he went out and had a baby,
That's
it's a
an
part of the
agreement.
agreement,
It's
that's
like
not cheating.
it's
Like it was planned.
Well,
yeah.
even if we didn't talk about it, that's already in my head.
Yeah.
Because a kid is something.
So
I mean,
is
it's
that something-
precious.
So
like
is that
you
something
see
you
what I'm saying?
rationalized?
In my head already.
Gotcha.
Like you see, I meet a lot of men that don't have kids. I do.
I do too.
A lot of
But I
quality
always
men with
tell them
no
you better
kids.
go fuck something and have a baby before you get with me because I ain't dealing with that shit.
It's okay.
So if y'all are like in a marriage, would y'all consider to have an open relationship? Like take Will Smith and
No.
Jada Pinkett. Like they've been together for a long
Them niggas
time.
weird.
and-
You talking about voluntarily or involuntarily?
Moody said
They
yes.
So they can go both ways.
Yeah,
They
we
nasty.
discussed this before.
Yeah, Moody said, yeah.
I'm with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely because it's
But
Oh,
he
You
talking
might,
about
I mean,
pimping
I feel
now.
like you might as
Oh,
well.
no.
That's a
like,
different story.
I mean,
Like
I would
having
try
that,
for
like,
like 6
marriage,
months, see if
like,
y'all
it's
good,
open
and he
to
can stay
everybody.
faithful. But the first time
But
he
okay,
cheated,
you have to
people are
understand an
open.
open marriage isn't actually open to everybody.
Yeah.
It's just
If it's
open to a
open to-
It's
particular.
open.
Yeah,
it's
to people,
open
y'all have to have an
it's people that y'all
agreement.
know.
Yeah.
So,
People that are
so
like,
my husband
yes,
would
you
have
can
to
fuck this
approve
person,
my
no, you
dude,
can't fuck this
like
person.
like that, like because him and August, Will in August,
They gonna go.
It's not so much. I put like this. That's not no.
They were
That's
friends.
not supposed to be.
That's
That
what
was
I'm
just
saying.
the orgy.
That was too much. They
That was
were
his
nasty.
stepson.
Will was mad she got
They were
caught.
nasty.
He wasn't mad about August. He was mad she got caught.
Exactly.
Will didn't get caught. Will didn't get caught.
Jada back out, my nigga.
He had a lot.
And he
Will-
never
Will
got
had
caught.
A few.
He had a few.
Will knew how to navigate.
There were pictures and stuff. that
Yeah,
but
came-
never
came
caught.
About, and they were like, "Oh, this is." He was like, "This is my."
No, Will.
traveling
Yes, he
buddy."
was. Will pictures were posted. They posted pictures.
Just
of him
because you
and
post
other
a picture,
women.
Will is very famous.
But they
That is not
it
an
wasn't no big
explanation
thing.
of a whole nother relationship. Will never got caught, and he was only upset with her. He said a relationship. Like he really was looking at her like you got caught.
I don't see none of these pictures of Will Smith.
He has.
There
They're
were
up.
pictures that came out.
He was in full blown
No, he
relationship.
knocked out the girl from
He had
Suicide
some of the
Squad.
girls living with him. A couple of them that was living with him. Jada and him was swinging.
I would have back out too.
It was a couple of them that him and Jada was sharing.
He was never
They were
caught.
sharing.
We don't know any.
The last
We don't even know what's
He
real.
was caught
You
with.
ain't got no picture of him kissing
But y'all,
her.
but y'all
groping
gotta
her.
understand the thing about Will
I think
Smith.
they
Will
were
Smith
sharing
is a
August as
brand.
well, if you
So
know.
anything he does know would affect his brand. Jada's not a brand. She's not a
Yes.
brand.
Not as much as
She's
Will.
not a brand.
Not
Will
like
is a
Will.
brand.
Yes.
He is a walking brand. He can go out right now. He ain't made a movie in how long? He could make a movie right now and make $25 million.
He made that dad
Right
bod
now.
picture with his
Jada can't do that.
little belly.
Jada ain't got that type of influence.
Jada can't do that.
She's with a man with a
Will
brand.
is
She
an
should
influencer
be
of
able
the
to.
He's a brand.
She's-
When you think Will Smith, you think Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. You think about his music
think- you
career.
say Jada,
think
you
about
think
everything
about
he got going
Set It
on.
Off.
Will Smith is on Instagram making
Down, Dirty
buku.
Shame.
Nigga, he made Instagram a year ago. He got more followers than most folks. You know what I'm saying? He's a brand. Jada is Jada. She cute.
Still shouldn't have got caught.
Jada cute. That's what she
It
is.
ain't that she. I mean, technically, she didn't get caught. It was
Couldn't
just.
control her hoe.
No, her hoe couldn't control his feelings.
No, she
Which
couldn't
brings me
control
to
her
my
hoe.
next topic.
Put that puss on.
She didn't choose.
So I have a
She
question.
didn't choose wisely. Who she got entangled
Speaking
with. She
of-
didn't choose wisely.
Yeah, can't
take
been,
it
not
over
been able
big.
to control y'all hoes.
Miss Ashley.
What'd you say?
Prima Donna, I see you. Prima Donna
He
said
said
she
Biz-
thinks the baby
Biz-
is too much.
Biz Diddy
It's a wrap on
said-
the care.
Thank
How
you.
Jada
much
was
you
out of
making, all
bounds.
that shit don't
She
matter. It's
was.
disrespectful behavior.
Thank you.
She also said it's only going to get worse.
Thank you.
So the woman shouldn't be a doormat. And then she said, Biz, why you got this damn sign on the screen?
Damn.
Hold on, Biz, I got this. Don't worry about how we conduct our business over here in R.N.S. Prima Donna.
Wasn't you invited?
Now, Miss Ashley, your question.
Madam?
What triggers your emotions to get out of hand? And why do men? I got a question. Why is it that y'all?
Talking to
To the
Mike.
mic.
Why is it that? I'm trying to put it on here.
Put the shit on. There you go. Put the shit on your collar. Leave it alone.
Why is it that?
Go ahead.
Because look, they look.
Right there.
Why do y'all hide y'all emotions? And before you get to hollering,
It was y'all.
that right there.
That's why.
You mind if the moderator take
But what is it?
No,
Hold
you
on. But my
moderate.
thing is like, why do y'all hide y'all emotions? But then at the same time, I'm trying to think. How can I put this question?
Oh, I got this one.
Y'all hide y'all emotions when y'all want to show them, but then y'all jump on the next man for showing them. Why?
Jump on the next man for showing them.
Yeah,
his
elaborate on
Yeah, I
that
was gonna
point.
say explain. I think I know what you mean, but
May I?
explain.
May I?
He
So,
know.
Let's start here. First things first.
Nigga not eating no
A
candy.
lot of single women raise black men.
You
right?
moderate.
Because y'all can raise men and boys to be men, right?
I don't
But
know
the
about
first
all
thing
that,
y'all
but
do is
I do a
y'all
good
teach
job.
these young
They know how
men
to piss in the
not to
toilet.
show emotions. You tell them don't cry.
I ain't never
Big
told
boys
them.
don't do this.
Not talking
don't
about you
do that.
personally.
And it
y'all
trickles onto
phrase
his
things.
adult life where he's now conditioned to be a soldier. He doesn't want to show emotions because his mother told him not to show emotions.
But why does it have to be the
You-
mother? Because I'm
because
my
the
10.
mother is the predominant woman in his life. You teach him how to groom himself, how to treat the next woman. So when you tell him things like that, he feels like it's okay. So when he meets the next girl, he's not gonna show those emotions because my mama said I ain't got to do that.
So how's that teaching? How's
Wait,
that
let's
grooming
not-
him?
It's conditioning his mind to do so. If he's
And-
been knowing his whole life,
Yeah.
big boys don't cry.
But let's not forget that she's also conditioning her daughters to the same way that men aren't supposed to be that way. So if a female is being conditioned that way, that she doesn't. When she deals with a man, he's not supposed to be sensitive. She's gonna treat him like you're not supposed to be sensitive. Why you acting like this?
Because women say
That's
all
what
the
I'm
time.
But
they
then
don't
you
want
also
no
gotta look at it
emotional
like
ass
this.
nigga.
But
Exactly.
you know what?
The
But
first time a
wait a
nigga
minute.
cry.
But
he look
when
weak or something.
in my mind, when if I say I don't want nobody emotional, I mean like don't be in your feelings 24/7. Meaning like if you mess up, okay, don't fake with me. Don't fake the feelings. Don't fake the emotion. Just to get back on the good foot or whatever the case may be. Every time I turn around, you whining about something so simple. And when I say y'all know what I mean when I say whining.
I don't.
I don't.
Okay, have you ever been on Facebook and it's just one particular person that is whining every 5 minutes, and it's a dude?
Nope.
It's a dude whining about women being this because he heartbroken.
Delete.
That's an emotional ass nigga.
Unfollow.
It's a difference.
Unfollow.
It's different from when you're heartbroken and then you're being a crybaby and every female is this, that, and the other. And blah, blah, blah. That's you playing off your emotions. But you expressing yourself and telling a woman how you feel and showing a little bit that you care. Maybe dropping a tear or two at a freaking movie. There's nothing wrong with it.
You know
But
what?
men also play a part in it. It ain't just the women.
A lot of women.
So you can't put that out on the mamas.
I've heard this
Because
conversation.
you got some
I've had
punk
this
ass daddies
conversation
who will
quite a
punch
few
a kid in the
times.
chest in a heartbeat.
A lot of women want men to be like open about how they feel about her, but they don't want to hear that you hurt me.
That's not true. Well, I can't speak for everybody.
That's facts right there.
But my thing about it is,
hurt, right?
But my thing about it is, how easy is it for a man to open up and tell a woman that he really hurt her and mean it?
So this goes down
It's gonna hurt even more if he really does.
No, this boils down to
You think she'll
the
respect him?
woman being able to be somebody that he trusts. If a man feels like he can be vulnerable with you, he will be vulnerable with you. But if he doesn't trust you to hold on to his secrets or his vulnerability, he won't.
Exactly.
And that's what it boils down to. You have to build that level of trust to where hey, listen, I can be vulnerable with you. I don't have to worry about anything we talk about going back or being used against me at a later date. That's some hardcore trust that a man can give a woman, and that's a whole next level shit.
And that's some hard
Most
to find.
women, they don't show
Needs
that they
that,
can
needs that.
be that faithful breast to that man. So what ends up happening is, I don't trust you. You spread your homegirl's business out there. I'm not going to tell you my secrets.
Exactly.
So it's accountability as well.
Exactly.
Oh, it's a lot of accountability. It's about your
Yeah.
personality.
Yeah.
I rock with you, but you got this one flaw, and unfortunately, that one flaw is major.
And it'll hold you back from a lot of shit in our relationship.
It's reciprocated.
When a man is vulnerable with you,
Yeah, that's true.
you in there. That is the biggest trait that women miss all the time because they're not paying attention. They're looking for other things. But when a man lets you in his space and is vulnerable with you like that, you got that man's heart somewhere.
I was just saying it's reciprocated too, because a lot of men like to have that talk, the sex talk, where like, oh yeah, I hit that every night, or yeah, her pussy good. Like, why is that a conversation with your homeboys? Why are you basically having a conversation
I'm
about?
not having that conversation about my woman to my partner.
Right.
Yeah,
We talk about
that's
bitches
out of there.
Never.
that way.
Now, if it's a chick that I don't give a damn about, don't have no intentions
That's
about,
really
bitches.
good,
We just
but I'm
met
saying,
twice.
like,
He said it
overall,
twice.
Yeah.
that it is a conversations like
But
that.
when you hear that conversation,
But
it's not
that's
about
what
my
females
girl.
we don't care
Like,
about.
As
Yeah.
a man, when these other men talk, it's not about
It's about everybody else but his girl.
exactly.
Yeah.
So when you're hearing that, he's talking about the girl that he don't really care about.
Yeah, he don't really care
He
about
don't
it.
give a fuck
If he talk-
about
if he
her.
talk
We just gonna talk about everything, but you won't hear nothing about
your woman.
his
You don't
girl.
want the next man to have no
You ain't gonna hear
visuals
nothing
in
about
his
that
mind and
man.
try to like.
You probably won't even
all
hear
that
nothing
shit.
about her.
Talk
Like,
about
damn, I
niggas
think you had a girl.
Stiff arm.
Yeah,
Stiff arm, niggas.
yeah.
Too many niggas running around here talking about niggas. She'll suck your dick in the car.
Yeah.
Cool.
With it.
Right.
About that.
Yeah.
But same thing with women. Women don't give them details to like their friends and stuff about their man or their husband and stuff. They don't give the details like that.
But them regular niggas. Your face is on camera right now.
I'm just laughing at y'all asses.
Your face is on camera right now.
What?
BFF.
My best friend right here.
BFF. Y'all
Shit.
be talking about them regular niggas.
Nah, that be some real
No,
shit
we-
though.
we
Niggas,
We don't have
about each other.
We don't.
hey,
No,
niggas,
like-
niggas will
no,
put
we
their
don't talk
business
like
out
that.
there.
We talk about the niggas that we
I be like,
just
girl, you got
avoid.
that glow.
It's that
like,
walking
girl, you
advertisement
glowing.
shit, right? McDonald's advertise 10 times a day, right? Taco Bell advertise 10 times a day. Eventually, a nigga gonna be like, shit, you know what? That Nacho Bell Grande look good than the motherfucker. Let me go try that shit. You done hyped it up. You done told me how good. Nigga, the cheese on this motherfucker is oozing. You know what I'm saying? You don't put all the business out there in the street. And
You get that shit and it's a damn bean burrito.
Stomach is toe up.
you mad in his feelings when you say, nigga, that shit was trash.
Yeah. Nigga, I went there, did that.
You went to my restaurant?
So did. Snuck in the back door.
So I still have another question.
Yes,
What you
ma'am.
got?
Oh, that's terrible.
So say if your girl
terrible.
or your best friend, your guy best friend is getting into it, would you put yourself in that situation? Or
First of
would you
all,
stay out of it?
let me tell you something. If it's my girl, my best friend not getting into it with my girl.
Exactly.
Oh,
We gonna nip that in the bud right now. That's not happening. You not.
It
we
could
go.
happen.
Look, my best friend come to me and say, "Bro, your girl tripping, dog." Cool. That's
It's a
perfectly
dude?
fine.
The best friend
But as
a
far
dude?
as my best
Yeah.
friend getting into it with my girl and they going back and forth, that shit's not happening.
Period.
That shit's not happening. I'm not
That
gonna
shit
argue
weird.
with your wife. You're not gonna
Well,
argue
my
with
thing
her.
about it is,
I've seen it happen before.
females
And that
should
nigga
not
should-
put
and you
themselves
should
in a
left that
situation
nigga.
to be in your niggas'
It's a
best
respect
friend
issue
way.
that needs to
First,
be
I'm
there.
gonna be like, hey, babe, look, I'm gonna remove you because I'm about to check this nigga right here, and it's not gonna be pretty.
Well, my thing
It ain't
about it
necessarily
is,
got to be a check.
No, we check shit like, bro, why?
It's about clearing
Right,
that
like,
up.
Best friend,
what,
you
what,
gonna
what
be
kind of
somebody-
conversation?
what
What kind
you doing
of
about that?
what kind of
And you ain't saying
conversation
nothing
is
to
you
me.
and
Who started
your
it?
girl and your best friend having
Oh,
to even
well,
spark
I mean,
an
shit, if she
argument?
started it, it
Because
don't
my
matter.
thing about it is,
Hold on. Too many
I don't
conversations.
be in my nigga. If my dude and if you got your best friend over, we don't have no reason to conversate unless we're all having one big conversation. But what conversation is it that your girl and your best friend having to start an
Why would it get
argument?
that heated?
Why would
Yeah.
it get that heated? I shouldn't even know who the fuck your best friend is. Either way it go.
No, you should know.
No, you should know.
I mean, I'm a know, but at the same time, what do we have to talk about that starts an
It could
argument?
be just a dislike, like I don't like him, so it could start something.
That's what I'm
from
saying,
there,
like,
they don't
but
like each other.
Where does this spew from? Because they gonna want to know, why don't you like him? It's
That
a
part.
reason behind. Sometimes it's a vibe. Sometimes you might get that feeling like, I don't know about him. You know how they always say, if your dude ever come to you and say she ain't your friend, same way with females. If she ever come to you and say that nigga is not your homeboy, y'all gotta start listening to that. It might be a vibe, but it's like, what triggers that? Like, because
You
it has
can't-
to be something.
But you got to be able to tell me why.
I'm
Don't just come to me and say, that nigga not your friend.
Oh no, just
Well,
feed
why
I
not?
mean, my thing, you can't, what you expect
I've
for her
been
to come
doing
here
this
and
for
say,
18 years.
well,
Yeah.
I seen, I heard this, that, and the other.
Yes.
And that's fine. But you can,
Tell
your
me
girl
that
can
shit.
also come to you and say, I don't know, babe, I just had an ill feeling when he came through the door, and I'm not feeling it.
I need
It might not
details.
be nothing
I'm gonna tell her.
like that she has
Until
seen
you
or
sit your
heard.
ass down
It's
somewhere.
just a feeling. My
Alright,
mama used to
so-
do that shit all the time.
Personally, I'm gonna tell her like, all right, I need you to peep some shit. Just sit back and watch, and then if you see some shit, tell me.
And that's what she's going to do. You ain't even got to tell her that. You got that man in her house and she ain't comfortable with the shit. She might not even know him. But it's just a
Why gotta
feeling
be
that
his
she
house?
gets. You say what?
So, I have a question.
I get a feeling when he
Why
come over
do
the house.
why do the ladies, since we're talking about
thinking that,
emotions,
who knocked my
why
bitch
do
out
you
the wall?
guys
You.
take
Again.
things? Why do you guys take things, and instead of making the person aware of what's going on, you hold on to it until it bubbles up, and then you let it out at the end?
Because sometimes y'all don't listen, and it's like pointless.
Say that again.
Y'all don't listen, and it's pointless.
We don't listen.
Say it soon.
Maybe it's the
y'all don't.
approach.
Okay, no, sometimes I just don't listen.
That,
Can you
that
give
could
me an
be, That could be
example?
on the other side too, as
Yeah.
far as like a man
Can you
like
give us an
saying that
example?
the woman don't listen.
Can you give us
That can be both ways.
If I have, okay, say if I come to you and say, what's your name?
Adam?
Calvin?
Adam.
Adam? All right, so
Moody
say if I
cuz.
come to you
Hey,
and say,
it's government.
Adam, I want you to stop putting the milk on the second shelf. I done told you this one time, but then you keep doing it. So it's like, I'm not going to keep repeating myself, so I'm not going to say nothing to you. But even though I see the milk on that second shelf, I'm getting pissed every day. You know this. But eventually, I'm going to come in there and you done put that bitch on the third shelf, and I'm going to erupt on your ass because you didn't put it on the first shelf like I asked you to.
Why you didn't say it again?
Why you grown?
No, hold on. Sometimes, you gotta realize if I'm used to putting it on the
Okay, but let me ask you a question.
Just tell me
What do you
again.
tell your kids? Whenever your kids come in there and move some shit, what you tell them? Didn't I tell you one time to stop touching shit and then you fucking with it?
those
So
are
guess what? I'm
kids.
about to whoop.
No, I'm not gonna whoop my
don't
child
mean
after
nothing.
one time.
Not for moving milk.
Maybe like 3 or 4. Like, all right,
Your
listen,
baby's gonna have
I
you
told
tied
you a
up.
few times.
Not for moving milk. Like, nah.
It's an example.
I know.
But it's like
I agree with
repeating
what she
myself is not something I like to do. We're gonna have a conversation. Because eventually you gonna get tired of hearing me coming to you about the same shit.
Yeah.
Tell me I'm lying.
And then I'm gonna change my ways.
But
So-
it shouldn't take that many times.
So hold on.
Exactly. He wouldn't even change his way.
I'm not him.
Hold on. Ashley.
It shouldn't take me to have to come talk to you
You
5
come
times
me
for
over
you
some
to
petty
change your
shit
ways.
that you done got all emotional about. No, hold on. I ain't saying shit in a while. You know somebody, you come over me about some petty shit.
It could be anything. That was an example. It could be
I understand,
anything.
but I'm telling you, if it's petty,
Like if you sit and tell
if
your wife
it's-
to cook, but you come home every day to not a cook meal, what you gonna do?
I'm gonna cook and she ain't gonna eat.
Let me say this. Hold on.
you want some?
Hey, listen. What you just said is the reason why men typically hold back their emotions also. Because you just said you don't like repeating yourself, right? So that means you don't like having that same conversation again. That means you're shutting down the lines of communication. There always should be an open line of communication.
If the communication is not reciprocated from jump, why the hell do I have to
like
keep
that's
having
two
the same
different
thing? How many
ways.
times is your boss gonna keep
That's
coming
two
there telling you the
different
foulest shit that they done been telling
tell
you
him
for the
about his
past
shit.
3 weeks? Then what? How many people? But
only said they were
listen,
not
how
his
many
boss.
people
Past 3
have
weeks.
you fired because you've had to repeat yourself multiple times?
They
He's
work
not your
with him.
employee and you're
how
not his
many
boss.
how many times have you had to fire somebody because you had to repeat yourself multiple times about something that you get tired of talking about? Don't lie, because this can go personal.
No, but this.
I'm
but
scared
like-
right
I
now.
want him to answer this.
But it's more like that's a work.
No,
it's a-
but it
it's a
doesn't
professional-
matter.
But it's like a professional.
But we're
business.
using it as a scenario.
But you making the scenario like you's the boss of the man. Like, look,
But aren't
gotta
you-
do
aren't you in
what
charge
I
of
say,
your
how
house?
I say it, when I say it. That's how.
But
it's coming
aren't you the
off.
man of your house?
Are you the
So
boss
if I
of the
put the
house?
milk
Hold
on
on.
the second
But
shelf
aren't
and
you
stay
aren't
there.
y'all the man of the house? How many? But so you have to continue to repeat to your wife over and over and over again about something that y'all have already sat down and discussed,
Oh, we
and
didn't talk
that
about that
should
part.
be grasped, right? And, then this is like not something that should be drug out because it's simple.
Mm-hmm.
How many times you gonna have that conversation with her?
You're not having a conversation many
Okay.
times. No.
So how many people have you fired because they didn't comprehend with you the
bring
first
back here.
time?
Look here, we
I'm
gonna
not
have
talking
that
to you.
conversation for the rest of my life.
You are.
That's what we gonna do. We gonna have, ain't no breaking up, motherfucker. Who going somewhere?
I've been let go of quite a few people, but that's not the point.
Skip over.
The point is
Trying to save
they
you
work
here.
for me. I have a certain expectation that they need to exceed
So you don't have an
in order for them
expectation
to
for
keep
your
their
wife?
jobs going. This is a marriage. It's a partnership.
There's no expectation
I didn't say there was no expectation, but it's a partnership. We work together. So if I'm putting the milk on the second shelf, it should be okay for her to come back and say, this nigga done did it again, and put it on the first shelf. It's that simple. It's an open line of communication.
Yeah.
Hey, you know you put that milk on that first shelf. You know I need room on that second shelf. That's why I put the milk. Oh, I'm sorry, baby. I didn't realize I did that. It's just a natural habit. I was in a rush on my way to work. I'm doing something. There are things that cause things, but when you shut down the line of communication, you don't know. Because when you come back combative, guess how I'm going to come back at you? I'm either going to be defensive or I'm going to be combative with you. Because I'm going to say, why the fuck didn't you just move the milk to the first shelf? You was in the kitchen.
Why you just let the fucking toilet seat down,
I mean, the toilet seat being up,
Why
you're
just
going to let
put
it
your
down
own
the
dick
piss
when you
anyway,
want
right?
to? What?
Why fight about it?
Now, I will be courteous, you know what I'm saying, as much as I can, but there has to be a compromise somewhere.
These motherfuckers giggling and shit.
Kiki and shit.
Giggling and shit.
You didn't hear what she said.
Oh, the mic called.
Go ahead and say it.
I know it did. I know it did. I know it did.
It's hard.
Well now.
Biz wasn't even listening. Ain't that a bitch?
Question in the comments. The question is,
It's hard.
for the fellas actually,
What you
why
got?
do you keep a girl that you really don't care about?
I don't.
I don't.
I don't.
I don't.
No,
Once I feel like I
That
don't
question
care
that
about
makes
you,
sense
you
because we
gone.
don't do that.
You ain't got no value.
I don't do that.
Would y'all stay married to a woman y'all don't want to be with no more?
I'm not gonna marry her if I don't.
But if y'all were married,
The question was, why do you keep a girl that you don't care about? You don't necessarily have to have deep ass emotions about a motherfucker that you want to keep around.
I was just finna say, y'all finna call Cap on Moody Cuz and Al.
You know what I'm
What
talking
you
about?
talking about? What you talking about?
Because
you
y'all
talking
have
about?
plenty, listen, I don't give a fuck where you from. You've had plenty of women that you just fucked and they give a motherfucking rat's ass about.
Beat her back
But you
in.
kept her around because you wanted to fuck. You didn't care about her.
Twice a week,
So every girl you done fucked, you cared about.
Wednesday and Saturday.
That's
keep her around.
There's no but. If you saying no, then that means you fuck with bitches you kept around that you didn't care about.
No, because if we fuck like once or twice, and then it's like, all right, I'm done.
So you swapping them out. So you got bitches.
I agree with the
If
keeping
you
around.
fucked twice, you kept them around for the second round.
Hold on, wait. Hold on, wait. What you say?
I said I agree with the keeping around. Cause like, if I don't want to mess with so many people, I'm gonna keep them around.
Just because he's comfortable, just because it's familiar.
Yeah.
No, fuck that.
That's too much.
Hey,
That's too much.
Until you finally found something
Yeah.
else that you become familiar with.
I
But
don't
then again,
have a
shit.
problem with that.
We
Ain't
can
nothing wrong
run
with
them
it.
numbers fast, so you
Man,
gotta
real quick.
we can run them
Real
numbers kind of
motherfucking
fast. So like, no,
I ain't keeping
Yeah.
it
you
around.
do have to kind of have it.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with
You gotta have
familiar
that
pussy.
balance.
And ain't
Al,
apparently
cuz.
ain't nothing wrong with familiar dick.
Al, cuz.
I mean, if you're on the roster, you're on the roster.
Al.
I mean, yeah.
So you
Ain't nothing
never
wrong with
fucked with a
refurbished.
motherfucker that you done fucked and just kept them around just to fuck.
I can't lie on that. I can't even lie.
So you
that-
fuck with motherfuckers that you kept around that you didn't care about.
With that old face.
Everybody's done that, nigga. Unless you a virgin.
She gon' pull up.
She ain't gonna say
Well,
no.
as of right now, no.
She ain't gonna say no.
I
But
care
we've
you
all
make it
done it.
home.
He care then. He care about whatever they got going. He care about that.
Not caring about pussy.
No,
ain't
no,
caring
no.
about- Caring about that.
Oh, he care as much as who she is.
Maintenance nuts, nigga. That's what it is. A maintenance nut.
That repurposed pussy.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
That's true.
No, for real.
Tuna,
That's
that's
no
what it
crazy
is.
ass question like we gotta fall in love with everybody we lay down with. We humans, man. Somebody need 10 to this genitalia.
So,
Just saying.
on the flip side, ladies, is it true that everybody you have sexual intercourse with, you take a piece of them with you? Like you carry some form of emotion towards that person?
Or
No.
energy, something.
Yeah.
Repeat the
They be
question.
getting their maintenance now.
Is it,
far as
they,
what-
hold on,
You
yeah, I was
can't-
gonna say that.
anybody you have sexual intercourse with, you have some form of emotion towards that person. She said yes.
You believe so?
Are we talking
some
about
Because it
like
can eventually turn into
Like
something
you care.
else.
You care about that person, some form of fashion, some type of emotion. You
Doesn't
care
have
about
to
what
be
they're
like in
doing.
love or-
Yeah,
Are we
not in
sober?
love. Huh?
Are we sober?
Are we sober?
Yes.
Does it matter?
With every no.
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 Just say, yeah.
No.
I'm not. Yeah.
As Moody said, they get maintenance nuts too.
We do.
Somebody got to tend to that genitalia, nigga. Just saying.
I know plenty of girls.
Yeah, it's okay.
Because I mean, you.
Yeah.
'Cause I let you go for a reason. So like if you're in the past, then I mean if you die, I'll feel bad. Like you mean like that? Like I'm
Damn.
trying to figure out. Like you say emotions.
ain't
For
I might not feel bad even
He
if
was
you
my starting
die.
quarterback. Man,
I might call your mama and apologize for
Call
her
your mama and
loss.
apologize.
For her loss. But what is? I mean, so I'm trying to get the
say emotion
question.
towards like you mean like
Like
We
a
had
peace.
sex, therefore you are now the whole soul tie shit, right?
Yeah.
We've had
oh
sex.
soul
I feel
tie. That's
like,
automatic though.
Is
that,
it?
That's with like I guess kind of sort of with everyone that you've touched. I mean it's like it's a soul thing.
So do you men have the same emotion as far as soul ties?
Hell no.
I got not.
Why is that?
I'll tell y'all a story about Melanie, right?
Moody? Because I see a different
don't
look on
know.
your face. You don't know.
Yeah. You know, I gotta think about that.
You
I
care
mean, I
about
guess
the women
maybe
you
if it's
fuck?
raw
Well,
sex.
because I don't just be fucking anybody.
Anything,
You know
okay.
what I mean? I don't just be like, hey girl, you cute. Let's go fuck. Like I don't do that shit.
Yeah, it has to
You know
be
what
some
I
type
mean?
of a connection or
Yeah.
not so much as an emotional connection, but some type of vibe.
I don't
Like
just
you,
be out here
she
just
got talk.
Slinging dick. I don't do that.
Yeah.
like if you care about them.
Slang.
There's some sort
You
of
gonna know
connection.
At least I
when your
ain't
dick
have
gonna
it.
jump and her coochie gonna start getting wet. So there's a tie right there somewhere.
So,
It's a shit. We finna tie
so
something.
with that being said, if it was somebody, if it was somebody you were just having sex with, would you care if they had another sexual partner besides you?
Nope.
No.
I think that's what
Yeah.
it is.
If we raw, yeah.
I just
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
I need to know what I'm getting into.
It would be a concern, but I wouldn't be like
I wouldn't care.
watching them 24/7.
Al, cuz you the only one that said yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I ain't sticking my stuff in anything, man. I'm clean. First of all, I ain't
But you got one lady.
But if I know, and you know this too, you saying you know that she doing all this.
Yeah, you know she
Oh,
fucking
that's
nah.
nasty.
You don't know if she fucking
Well,
it don't have to be, and I ain't no side nigga, so that's why.
You don't even know if she fucking one nigga.
But it ain't even been a side nigga. She
If
single.
it's a condom, I don't give a
She
fuck.
having sex with you. She having sex with you.
Y'all missed that.
I heard what she said.
I ain't gonna lie. I'd rather not know than if I know, I ain't gonna do it. But I'd rather not know than do all that. Because if I know, I'm not doing it.
Like when you first meet somebody and you establish like that she's not a virgin, you gotta know somebody's probably knocking something out.
Okay, some knocking somebody.
Rearranging that motherfucker.
But I don't want to fully know. You said no. But if I don't know, I leave it at that. And then, you know what I'm saying? I'm not finna.
So you just don't want to know.
Nah, I don't want
It's
to
best.
So if
I
you just
get
fucking
you.
a chick,
I understand. I get
you want the
I gotta
benefits
know.
of her just fucking you exclusively, but you don't want to date her.
She gonna get benefits fucking with me exclusively. You hear me? But I'm just saying, like,
If you gonna go out and do your dirt, don't tell me. Do your shit up under the low, like pretty low key. Don't let it get back to me.
Al,
Pretty
how
much
can
is
you
what
see
he's
us through
saying.
your hair, man?
This
I can
motherfucker.
see the same thing. Like, is you bothered?
I got a question for everybody, and I really want this peanut gallery talking. I want y'all opinion on this for real.
All right.
Sometimes one person in a relationship is good is having a problem with this, and another person is having a problem with that. Both of y'all feel like it's a whatever you doing in this relationship is a deal breaker. Meaning you keep doing this shit, no matter how big or small. To me, it could be big. To you, it could be small. We both need to nip that in the bud, because sometimes, and I'm gonna say women, and I'm not speaking on myself. I've done seen this happen a million times. So a lot of times, guys, good men to women, we see women change. They hone in. They don't see nothing else. For real talk. Now, your problem is you go away sometimes. You do different stuff. You go and fuck other bitches sometimes, right? That is the main problem she has with you. You have a big problem with her, but she doesn't see it as big. You might say, oh, you cut my balls off. You're not letting me be the man. You want to be in a man's place. Could you just let me be the man, and could you just hold me up and let me make these decisions? I know it's hard. I know you're smart too. Both of our ideas would work, but I just need this from you. This is the deal breaker that I need, because as a man, I'm not really interested in another man. So when you acting like one, it's not. So if he's saying this and you tell him not to cheat, he's telling you not to cut his balls off, can you make that decision? And if you don't, do you feel, first of all, do you feel like those are not in the same realm? Because I do. I feel like anything that you do that makes a person want to leave is important to stop doing. Does anybody disagree with that?
I agree.
It's called a deal breaker. It's called something that can break this deal. So I feel like all deal breakers need to be treated the same. I ain't gonna say don't tell me not to cheat, but don't just be telling me not to cheat when you're doing exactly what I done told you. I don't want you to be doing either, because either one of them could make us not be together no more.
So what happens if they don't hold up their end of the deal?
But a lot of times women be like, oh, you gonna compare me chopping your balls off to cheat? Yeah, because I'm finna leave.
I mean, personally, it's like I'm gonna communicate it before I even go cheat. Like, hold up, like this is the shit that's bothering me. This is shit
Correct.
I'm about to lose you, and you about to lose me because of this shit.
Because men will stop. They'll hone in. They'll stop. We can stop, but they'll keep doing this shit. I'm talking about the trifling shit. You know what I'm talking about, man. Quit playing. We know what strong women can do. Women know how to hold information and know how to chop a nigga shit off. We know what I'm talking about. Women know how to hurt a nigga quick. And y'all act like it don't hurt a nigga, but it do. It's still a deal breaker. It ain't cheating, but you need to stop your shit too. Yeah. But women will be like, oh, well, you did this to me, da-da-da-da-da. Men be like, okay, could you just not bring up what I did in the past? Let me try to work on the future. And then 2 weeks later, yeah, but you cheated with that bitch 3 years ago. I just asked you not to do that. So that's a deal breaker still, but she'll keep doing it. But she feel like what she's doing is not as important, it's not as detrimental as you cheating.
Okay,
but in reality, it really is.
I see what you mean.
She know, and she just don't give a damn. Cause
That's what I'm saying.
She hurt, and she wants you to hurt too. So that's why she don't give a shit.
I'm about to hurt her even more.
If she keep bringing something like that back up, like she
But then they expect you not to change your ways, but they don't want to change theirs. So I feel like that is the biggest. What's the word I'm looking for? That is the biggest double standard. Like, I need you to change something too. It ain't just me. I know I done did some fucked up shit, but you need to change something as well.
But sometimes the biggest part. It just take a little bit longer. Depends on how, like we were just talking about, like the trust. Like if the trust is broken, it takes a little bit longer to get the trust back. No matter how you might be acting good on your behavior for 2 or 3 years, some might jog a damn memory, like relapse of that shit you did 4 or 5 years ago.
Correct. Any little thing is gonna trigger it.
I agree with that. You know what? It's not the problem of you stopping. It's the problem of me seeing. It's me seeing you trying to stop. You feel me? Me seeing you trying to allow me to be the man or whatever. A man might have a problem with you that's very small, but to him, he can't really operate with that problem, and you just looking at it like, oh, that problem's small. I ain't got to deal with that problem. But he's really thinking like, hey, man, she keep doing this. I'm gone. Like, not even cheat on you. I'm gone. The same way he keep on cheating, you gone. But it could be a small thing that is a deal breaker to him.
Child
But women won't
keep my milk
focus
on
on
the
that.
second
They'll
shelf.
continue to just think about
My
his
milk
issue.
can't-
I'm gonna
child
say
gonna
this:
keep my milk on the second
as
shelf after the issue stop.
for women, if you feel like some shit is bothering you and it makes you, you know, go back to what he did to you already, tell him that shit.
Do you think he care?
Nah,
Do you think he would care?
Wait, no. Let me ask you this:
If he really cares
if he
about
don't
you,
care,
he cares.
then why the fuck you with him?
So, just to get in that part aspect of it, if someone cheats, and I don't understand why this happens, someone cheats. At that given moment, when you figure out that they cheated, you have a choice to make to say, I'm either going to leave or I'm either going to stay.
Yeah.
If you choose to stay and work on things, why do you keep bringing up years down the line things that you're supposed to be working on that you claim that you forgave him for to bring back the relationship?
Just because that they forgive.
Hold on, let her answer.
That whole forgive and don't, like, I forgive, but who's to say that that person's gonna forget?
I didn't say forget.
So my thing about
Don't
it
bring
is,
it up.
you gotta remember, it's no getting around that. It's going to get brought up because, like we said earlier, something can trigger that thought.
All right, so if
Period.
it does, you say, hey, listen,
Now-
this right here has triggered what, you know what
I'm
I'm saying?
sorry.
The same emotion. Communicate that.
So you expect for her to be emotional and communicating just like that?
Yes. Or step back, like, you know what, give me a second.
I don't know.
going
I
through
guess
some
I'm
shit.
just a little
I
asshole. and I'm stubborn
wanted
with
you
a
to say
jump
that
off
so
that.
bad. Ooh, this
What?
helps out everything.
What?
It triggered you, huh? Right? It triggered you. That was your word, right?
Yeah.
She's saying that she seen something that triggered her. She seen a girl with an ass and I ain't even see the ass. She like, oh, you fucked that bitch 3 years ago. That triggered you, right?
No.
Okay, guess what? When I'm trying not to cheat, when I'm trying to be not this man I used to be.
Talking to the mic,
The
nigga.
same ass triggers me when every time I see it. I'm just being a better man. I ain't stopped liking ass. It triggers me when I see the ass, same as it triggers you. I should stop. That don't mean I go and fuck her in the bathroom. We both gotta be strong. We both got to change. We both gotta change. That's the problem. She don't want to change. She feel like, oh, it triggered me. I can bring it up as many times. Okay, when the ass trigger me, I can fuck as many times as I want to, huh?
And to me, I mean, really,
No,
you can't
change,
say
man.
that.
We gotta be
It may,
strong.
I put it like this. It may
Is
trigger you.
communication important in a relationship?
Yeah.
Wait, no,
Yeah.
I'm asking her. Okay, so
I
wait.
just did acknowledge it. I never said it wasn't.
If
But like I
communication-
said, you cannot expect, she might not react off of everything that triggers her, but at the same time, it might get brought up and then it might not. Her whole attitude might change. She might leave the room. She might go for a drive. She might go somewhere with her homegirls and not want to communicate with you. But she might not even bring it up to you. But whatever it is, my thing is this. If you don't
Communication's
want,
not
at the
important.
end of the day, if you don't want the shit to happen, don't do it. Because it's going to come up. Niggas bring that bullshit up all the fucking time. It ain't just us. So don't put the blame on our women and say that we are the ones that bring up shit, because niggas will bring up shit that happened 6, 7 years ago. And it could be a whole dude that might have said, oh, you got a fine ass. And she probably said, thank you. And guess what? He bringing that shit up. And that might be a reason for him to go out and do his dirt. Might be a reason. It might get used for a reason. And it's something you said earlier when you said you're going to talk to your woman before you go cheat. So you're going to talk to her, and then you going to go cheat.
Let her.
See, you got that wrong. I'm going to talk to you, right? I'm going to tell you, look, this is what, you know what I'm saying? This is the shit that's bothering me. Now, if I decide, well, fuck it, I want to keep this woman, but I'm going to go fuck her because this bitch pissing me off. And that's what I'm going to do.
So is she supposed to be, is she supposed to understand that?
Right?
Wait a minute.
No, that's something I'm going to communicate.
But I'm just saying,
You know
is
what
she
I mean?
supposed to understand that
Me
because you
personally, I'm an
communicated
open
with
person,
her,
so I'm going to tell you everything.
and she's supposed to be understanding of that? After you done talk to her, and you've told her this, and then you go out and cheat because of whatever, and you come back and tell her, because you've communicated that with her at the beginning, she's supposed to be understanding at what you did.
Yes.
Oh.
I have a question. Is there such thing as too much communication?
Wait, what was the question?
Is there such thing as too much communication?
Yeah, telling me you finna go fuck somebody else.
Yeah,
that's
much.
That's why I'm like, do you expect for motherfuckers? I'll be like, cool. Like he said, like your boy said here, keep the shit on low. Don't come tell me about nothing you finna go do. You wanna go fuck Mary Jane and Joseph down the street?
It's gonna be too much.
You gonna fuck them down the street and don't tell me nothing.
Yeah, you're talking too much.
You talking, to me, I'm gonna feel like you getting sloppy with
Because
your
you
shit.
already there.
I'm gonna feel like you getting a little sloppy.
Telling me that you're already there.
You getting a little sloppy, bro.
No, we talking about changing. We talking about change. We talking about change.
She brought it back up. You know
Hold on, wait.
Because it's what you said that made me
I
ask
need
that
this.
question.
I need this
It threw
answer.
me
I need
off
this
when you
answer.
said
Look,
that.
we talking about change. We talking about being better, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep my dick in my pants. I'm trying to be all about
Why
you.
are you trying to keep
But
your
you're
dick in
hold on,
your
listen.
pants?
Cause some you said why are we trying? Because everybody's not built the same. We got to talk. We didn't create each other. We don't know why our hormones are the way they are. But we can control our actions if we want to. If somebody's important enough, you'll control it. The thing about it is, a woman don't understand. It's really hard for a man who used to doing all this with all these women to be faithful when you constantly saying and bringing this up. You constantly thinking he cheating. You constantly thinking he ain't shit. But he's out here really bypassing. I'm gonna be honest with you. When you as great as you are, a young woman,
there.
the greater you are, the more women want your nigga. He ain't have as much pussy he got until he got with you. Cause women look at him like, oh, how he get her? I'm telling you, so you keep on mentioning all these women, you just making him relive this shit. While he's trying to change.
It's not even mentioning all these women.
It's an invisible nigga. I ain't met you, but
the dude,
apparently
like you said,
we know
the
each
dude
other
trying not
very
to
well.
cheat,
That's why I
but
can't keep no boyfriend.
in a relationship,
He
you
just pops
constantly
up.
saying, no, I'm not in the mood or this and that.
And
that can push the dude.
you ain't even giving up none, but you telling him not to go and
ready for that commitment, do not be in that commitment.
Now, if she ain't giving up none, that's a whole different story. Now,
Yeah, you use the pussy as a
I'm gonna
weapon.
encourage my friend to go,
Yeah,
baby, you need, I got somebody for you. She ain't giving you none.
Yeah, no.
You ain't
Hold on. Time out.
You can't
Did
hold
you
it.
say?
I'ma work on this.
Hold up. Did you say you encourage your friend to go?
But
cheat?
listen to what he just said about
said
not. It's you not getting shit from this girl, but she telling you not to go do something. It's a different story if she fucking on you and sucking on you and everything else up under the sun. Then you step out. But if she ain't giving you nothing, I would expect for you to, like in real life. If she ain't giving you none, like none, but she's laying down demands and laws and she want this and want that, but then you ain't
won't change shit.
You ain't even gave me a kiss on the cheek.
There's
but
no
then you
sort
want
of
me
affection,
to
no
what?
nothing. You should move
You
on.
got to give an effort. You got to give some type of something there. I don't
You
give a
should
damn
move
what
on.
it is in order to be able to be in a position to tell somebody, I don't want you to go cheat. Because if I just swallowed your kids the night before, I don't want you to go cheat. But if I'm turning my back on you every night telling you I don't want none and you ain't never seen me naked, then I can't expect for you to be faithful to me.
Or
I got
not
that
respect
bonnet
you as a
on.
man.
I cannot expect for you to be faithful to me. I can't. And I can't get mad if you do decide to go out and decide at that point. I can't get mad if you decide to go out and fuck somebody else because I ain't giving it to you.
But if he does go out and fuck somebody else, and you find out about it, are you gonna stay knowing that you've been
I'm
neglecting
about to
his
fuck the
needs?
shit out of you now. See, I thought I could trust you. You have to go out now. I have to flip some, do some
now-
tricks. Do some tricks, bitch. Because I can't do this. Because you got to look at it. Some women have that. Some women can be a little naive and they go off of TV and what their homegirls saying. They look at how other people's relationships are and they feel like, well, I can do my man how she doing her man. That don't always work like that. She might not be giving that nigga any, and he might be good. It might be a reason why he ain't stepping out. He might not have nowhere else to go.
So now it's a competition?
No, but what I'm saying is he might not have nowhere else to go, so he gotta act like he got some goddamn sense.
So
she talking about
I have a question.
like,
Yeah.
if he step out and you gotta step your game up, but like
Yeah.
go back out and cheat.
Yeah. It ain't a competition.
So let me say this. One of the hardest
I don't
conversations that a man can have with a woman, we can sit down and say, hey, you know what, your emotional support ain't there. We can sit down and say, I don't feel like you love me enough. I don't feel like you do this. But at the point we say, you're not satisfying me sexually, it hits a different nerve with y'all. Because y'all start having thoughts, well, if I'm not doing this, who's doing it? And instead of taking the ownership and saying, I'm going to do this and I'm going to work on that, or what am I not doing, it triggers something differently. That is a very difficult conversation to have with a woman, and most women don't.
You gotta get the right. You gotta get the right woman.
I'm gonna order
You
you a
gotta get the right woman.
So leave her?
I'm gonna order you a prostitute.
So leave
I'm
her?
not gonna do that.
Figure it out.
So you saying leave her, right?
I'm gonna order your ass a whole escort.
Nah.
You saying leave her, right?
And y'all can go right to the back room. Order you a whole escort.
So you wouldn't change or do anything differently?
What else is there for me to do? Fuck you on my head?
It may work.
Yeah.
Something.
So
I
that
mean,
would
if
basically
everything,
he-
men will never be satisfied. I don't care how you put it. Y'all won't. We can try
Like, say
that
if the woman is
1,001
not
sex
sexually
ways in the book. Y'all
satisfying
never
you
be.
the
Well, I
right way,
can't
that
speak
would
for Mr.
basically give you an excuse to cheat, or like even with the female as well. Like that would basically give you the excuse to cheat.
What you say, Kay? We can't hear you.
I'm
excuse.
sorry. I'm saying like, okay, if your partner is not sexually satisfying you, that would basically be an excuse to go cheat on them.
not necessarily an excuse, but if I'm having this conversation with you and you're not willing to do anything, what do you want me to do?
So
you want me to stay?
Look. Okay, I got pockets to the left and to the right of me. When I stick my hand in my pockets and I jiggle on both sides, I still have a dick. My dick works. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm coming to you as your man and saying, hey, listen, baby, listen.
I need you to respect my dick.
Yeah, no, real shit. Hey, I'm not satisfied. You know what I'm saying? When we first started out, we fuck like jackrabbits. Now, you a turtle. You know what I'm saying? What can we do to fix this? Because I'm telling you this so we can fix it.
Okay, yeah,
I'm
that
telling
should
you
be
so we can fix it.
communication.
I'm not telling you this because I
That
want to
could
go cheat on
definitely be
you.
communication.
I'm trying to avoid cheating on you, which is why I'm having the conversation. But at the point when you say, fuck it, then I mean, it just tells me, it's an indicator that you really don't give a fuck.
She probably fucking
I just feel like females get too comfortable. So they feel like, you know, okay, we did this already. Like, it's not really spontaneous. They do it. Sex does have to be, you know,
fun.
Because after a while, it's fun when y'all first, like, you know, but then y'all keep doing the same thing over and over again. It's gonna be like, okay, it's not fun as it used to be.
What's next?
Yeah, right.
What else you got?
What else you got?
Yeah.
What you got in that bag over there? Moody, cuz you look like you got an opinion.
I ain't nothing.
I got a question though, King. What if she going through woman stuff, menopause, things like that?
Huh?
So if she's going through menopause,
like if she can't have sex like that, like she going through a certain time in her life that she can't.
Them old
like
bitches, don't
period, like your menstrual or menopause?
Like I don't know menopause.
Menopause, your hormones all over the board, and you ready to fuck everything.
What I heard was
I don't know. I just know.
You know, they get more.
Sometimes women just had like a dry spell.
Oh, that's something going on.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So
talk about that. But then if she having dry spells, nigga, you won't turn her on no more.
Some gonna have to give in this dry spell.
She ain't having it with her mouth.
Right.
Gotta be dry.
Some gonna have to give in this dry spell though.
Okay.
but what does your dentist say?
But I have my
You got dry mouth.
And I'll be dry mouth, pussy, all this shit.
Okay.
But I get what you're saying.
Some kind of way, man.
It
It's
happens,
something.
but that's sometimes that could be two things. It could be a medical issue, or it could be the fact that he's no longer turning her on like that.
Those
so
are easy fixes.
Yeah.
This motherfucker's using grapefruits. It ain't no excuse.
Oh, Bush. I can't put everything down there.
But just real shit though. Like, it's ways around that shit. Right.
But like some like medicines and stuff do that shit too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
That shit will dry you out. Vitamins, medication.
Allegedly.
All type. No, it does. A lot of medications will, taking certain type of vitamins, mixing certain type of things together will cause you to dry.
Better go to your doctor real quick.
Y'all shit to not work.
I need that female Viagra.
That should have helped.
You say what?
Better take some horny goat weed or something.
Go natural because there's a lot that can be done.
And that shit helps a lot too, from what I heard.
It actually increases your sex drive.
I bet just put your mouth on it if that's the fucking case.
That's what I say. What does your dentist say? You going through a dry spell, your doctor say, okay, cool, but
I'm talking about him, not her.
what?
If she going through the dry spell, you put your mouth on nigga and help her. Duh. See?
Help her.
You see why his ass is working?
Help her. We
I'm
asking
sure
for the
about
help.
his fucking self with 360 unread text messages.
I mean,
What have you done for me
She
lately?
must have got your dry
if she
spell.
feel that way, then it's like, all right, let's see if that
She
works.
has the
If
dry
it don't
spell.
work,
What you
well,
gonna do? Fuck her dry and be mad because your coochie rubber gets that
But
sand,
that's
your,
still the
that
dry spell. We
sandpaper?
not fucking. That's the problem. I
It
brought
might
to
not
you.
be about that. That's what like he said, it could be anything. Anything could cause that dry spell. And she has to be comfortable enough to come talk to you about it, to not assume that it's bullshit or she owns some shit.
But I came to you and said, hey, I'm not satisfied sexually. It's done been months. You waited all these months to say, well, this medication I'm taking. I mean, it's a dry spell, so
Nigga, it's been
you know what I'm
months
saying? Like, I came
How long
to
you
you.
gonna let the spell go on though? Like, that's what I'm
The
saying.
dry
How
spell
long-
only lasts
If
for
you
so
wait
long.
months, that's your fault.
I don't give a damn.
Well, I mean, after
what
2
your body going
times,
through. We're not
you know, you
going
be
months.
like, hey,
Yeah,
what's the matter?
that's
Yeah,
your fault. You
but
gotta
If
get
you
that far.
normally wet, if you normally, it normally is good.
I would be like, so who
And then
is
like
it?
two or three times, it's like, well,
No.
what the fuck going on?
Nigga, don't even go 48 hours. You ask after the third day. All right, look, Monday and Tuesday, I let you ride. Wednesday, what the fuck?
That's what I'm saying.
You not
Like,
eat your
right there.
What your
You
body
didn't
going through?
take your vitamins? Did you drink your milk? Did you take your vitamins this morning? What
How much?
happened?
What's
get
your
on that
water
CMOS?
intake, babe?
Can't watch.
What's wrong with you? Like,
I'ma want to know.
You gonna have questions.
Bed every night, same bed every night. We not
just like if
It's a
just like
turn
if the
off.
dick ain't getting up. Like what's the matter?
And guess what? Guess what's gonna start going to their head?
What's the matter?
I said, guess what's gonna start going to their head? Either she cheating or he cheating. It's gonna be a thought.
But that's the thing. So that's why I say it's hard having that conversation because it brings so many thoughts to your partner's brain instead of what the actual issue is.
So saying what, like,
I'm coming to you saying I'm not satisfied sexually. It's been X amount of time since we done fucked. You know, what's up?
so if
We
your
need to
wife
fix
did
this.
have dry coochie when it came to you, would you assume she's fucking somebody else because
I
it's
wouldn't
no
assume
longer
shit.
being?
I'm bringing it to you, saying this isn't happening. How do we fix this? That's not an assumption. That's me bringing a problem to you.
And that's
How long
I
would
got
you
a
wait?
problem. You the solution.
So how long did you?
What if it was the other way around?
Tell them.
What
if it was what?
You ain't satisfying me. Like,
Okay, like
Can we
if
try
the girl
something?
tell you
first,
you're not
I'ma be nice.
satisfying me with,
I'm gonna
Okay,
throw
so
books at
how-
your asses
in
and
what
start
way?
watching
Let's
pornos
start
and
discussing
shit like that,
different
and
ways
pull
we
out
can
some little oils and figure some shit out. But if you ain't intrigued by it, then I'm just going.
You gonna what?
You gonna cheat?
You gonna what?
She gonna cheat.
I'm gonna dump your ass. I ain't
Yeah,
gonna
that
fuck-
part. I'm gonna do that. I'm just
Dump
gonna
your
break. I'm gonna
ass.
have a conversation with my best friend, try to figure out what I need to do, pray about it, and then I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna say,
go.
girl, dump his ass.
Because
Shit, that's what I'm
if
gonna say.
you no longer are
This nigga
turning
pay
me
all the
on,
bills, he
and
faithful.
your
Right,
dick
I'm
no
about to
longer
say,
rub
gets
her
hard.
he
feet.
treat you right,
I don't
but he
care.
don't fuck you right.
I work every day. I work every day. So what? I work every day.
He work every day.
we could work something
I'm
out.
talking about me.
That's how I was. I
That's
work
about
every
me.
day. That's why I say I don't count pockets, because I work every day. So money doesn't move me.
Well, I
So-
need for him to sustain himself.
You
So
have your
if he
own
don't
shit.
if he don't have money but he provides
Good dick.
that's okay. We
Hell
good.
no.
The fuck yeah. We ain't, I mean, what are we? Are we?
He needs
What
to
are we?
sustain himself. Don't be asking me for money all the fucking time. Don't
Yeah.
do that.
So
Now,
he
when you
just
say
got
don't have money,
get to that
now when
way.
you say don't have money, you mean like he broke, like no job?
no, he like working
He
McDonald's or
making
something.
average.
He can afford what he can afford
can
himself.
sustain his
That's
own
fine.
life.
Yes.
Yeah.
If he
Okay.
can, if he don't
But
have
he
to
can't
make
take you out.
Saying, like, yeah,
he don't have to be.
But he can't take you out.
I can't take you out.
He
I
just
can,
take
he,
you out.
y'all gotta go
It's not
Dutch.
relationship
I
dick.
cook
That
in.
is, I seen this girl at the
I
train
go out with
station.
her.
Give you money and
I like to lay up and watch
Yeah.
movies.
They
so
said,
I'm
I'm get
good.
McDonald's. Get your shit together.
I'm
You
saver.
don't need a
Chill.
relationship.
Huh?
He said Netflix and chill. We
Yes.
good? Okay.
Going out every day is fine, and if we do, then shit,
What about Yvette said no.
She said he has to sustain himself. If he
Sustain
has
himself.
a job, if
Oh,
he has
okay,
some
okay,
type
okay.
of
Go
job,
to
like
work
you
and have
said,
something to do.
yeah, you
As
said
long as
he's
he's
not
slanging
broke,
dick.
but he has an income, but he doesn't have that income to where he can take me out every single day, and we got to go this and this. I'm not worried about that because, like
Yeah,
I
we're
said,
not
I
going out
work.
every day. I'm tired.
I take care.
So
I
more of
take
the
care
story is slang dick.
Yeah.
You better
Gotcha.
come prepared.
Gotcha.
Did y'all just hear this shit that just went down?
Come born prepared.
We just hold on. Listen.
At
We
the
just
end
had
of
a
the day,
nigga
You
that
can
pays
cheat. Just
the
make sure
bills,
I get enough dick.
No.
comes
on
home
you.
every
No.
day, is faithful,
You can't cheat.
doing
I'm sorry.
everything he's
I don't like
supposed
the
to
shit.
do.
Booty cuz.
I'm sorry.
But he not
I'm
paying
an
attention.
asshole, and I'm
And that
still-
is
He got
awesome.
dumped.
That's awesome.
But the nigga that's making minimum wage can't take you
But he's
out,
sustaining himself.
slanging dick.
He's sustaining.
He's a goat.
He ain't asking
What
me
is
for
taking
shit.
out for? Like,
His job is not
what's
to
so
sustain
big about
himself.
being
His job is
taken out,
to
though?
sustain that household.
It's not about being
They don't care.
able to take
No, we
out.
ain't
I'm
talking
just
about
saying in
household.
general, though.
We ain't saying nothing about
It's,
relationship. Are we talking about relationship?
Yeah. What else are we talking about?
I ain't had
Talking about your work husband.
Right.
Me neither.
Talking about
So,
work
I'm over
husband.
here like, well, what?
What's
No,
the
we
big
talking
thing
about
about? So
relationship.
what's the big thing about
Okay,
being
okay,
taken
we
out?
talking about
so
practice.
Are we living together? Because I don't do that. I
Now,
can have
when
a
you-
relationship and
yeah.
we don't live together. We don't live together.
Yeah, I can do that too.
So when you say take out, do you mean like take out like
Dates.
restaurants?
Let's go out on a date.
Like what? Because there's a lot of dates, and I'm not picky. I'll say a date
Chipotle.
and we at the park where I got that
Chipotle.
picnic basket and a blanket trying to hunt you in the middle of the
Chipotle.
forest.
Is that out or
I'm good
out?
on that. I'm good on that.
That's just
Chipotle's out. Chipotle's out.
That's
Who?
just out or
Chipotle.
out?
Chipotle.
You said Chipotle?
Chipotle.
You say Chipotle?
Yeah.
What's wrong with Chipotle?
No.
Ain't nothing
You
wrong
said
with it.
what? You said
Because
take you out where? I said Chipotle.
You can get that shit to go. I don't need. You know what I'm saying? There's
Online
like
order.
I ate in Chipotle.
I go out to eat with this one right here if I
Hell
want to
yeah.
go out. I go out.
Yes.
I mean,
The patio's nice.
Our out is different from
Exactly.
from some of these bougie ass people out like
Okay, where's your out?
everywhere.
Boomer Jacks.
We not.
Out is
we
wherever
are
her
very
favorite
humble.
food is.
Very humble. Like, we don't do Nick and Sam's. We will. We don't do Del Frisco's. We go to like 2 for $25. We go for the drink specials.
That's
We
what
go
I'm
for the
saying.
menus.
I'm like,
We are very humble. That's out to us.
That's out to us. Like, we ain't trying to. We
Because
don't need
if you knew
reservations and
us, you
all
would
that
understand why we saying it's out to us, because we don't go out.
So y'all will be okay with no
want that
anniversary
happy hour.
gift, no birthday gift.
Is he cooking?
No Christmas gift.
Be dropping good dick.
Is he cooking?
No flowers.
I don't
no,
get that
no
shit
nothing.
down, so why would it bother me?
I'm
kidding.
It's the thought that counts.
Damn it,
Don't
man.
get a teddy bear.
Y'all okay with that nigga putting on that hat with that M every day?
No,
When
no
he put on the
birthday
hat with
card,
an M
except the
and put on his
teddy bear.
apron and walk out the door,
No,
shoot yourself.
At least
For what?
Because he don't
a
need.
blanket.
Does he work at McDonald's?
If he work at McDonald's, he don't need to be in a relationship.
Do you know how? Do you
What are
know
you
how
talking
much
about?
they make at McDonald's now? How much the managers?
Somebody tell me something, because I go there today.
Yeah, you need to go there, baby. But them managers making over $100,000.
He ain't no
a year.
manager.
Yes.
That
have-
nigga
and
on the
workers
fries.
Now, they make good.
This
Like
week.
95.
He make $12
About
an hour.
95. QT, McDonald's, all these restaurants
GMs.
have up. That's why I'm saying you can't.
We talking about the people at the window, though.
You can't never knock nobody for having
The
a
nigga on the
income.
fries.
Don't
Not
give a
talking about the
damn
nigga who
if they
damn near
working
own it. We
in
talking
the
about the-
fucking
we
grocery
talking
store
about-
bagging
Hopefully
groceries.
he
He
still
is
dope on the
applying
side,
himself
because,
to have a
yeah,
job.
I'm really
That's
not
why I
dealing
say
with that either.
that's a nigga
You really
that
not
count
what?
He
pockets.
can't sustain himself on that.
You used to bitches that count pockets. I'm sorry.
He can't sustain himself.
Because if you gonna downplay a nigga that
He
work
still
at
work
McDonald's,
at
that means you gotta be breaking bank, and I can't fuck with that
If he's
kind.
my age,
You gotta be humble some
Yeah,
type of
he's
way,
boss.
because not everybody
So,
has
no.
been able to
Take care of him.
thank you. So you gotta be humble.
what if
And
you
I'll
got-
never knock a nigga for a job. Hell, free McFlurries on your ass. What the fuck do you
Ah,
mean?
Hey, see,
Yeah.
that's different. Now.
Come on, every day with that McDonald's
I'm
bag,
not gonna
baby.
appreciate
What you
that,
want?
especially with my race.
got one time to
No,
call me
not
and
with
say,
my
"I
race,
got a
my
6-piece
nephews.
nugget," and I'm-
He can go apply. If he can be manager at that bitch, he can be manager at HMS, Health Management Systems. He can apply yourself, homeboy. You ain't apply yourself in life. You can't apply yourself in a relationship.
Nah, you can't say that, man.
Come on, man.
Because listen,
Did he,
we have-
how
we
many
have-
applications to better himself this year did he fill out?
But
Now-
listen to me,
I
hold
got,
on.
it's got to be something
But you
else going
got
on
people
there.
that
Like,
have
you
worked like
have
at
to
Walmart.
have
You have people that have
more
worked at
money, doesn't have
McDonald's
kids.
from day one, and they are
see what
still
I'm
working
saying?
there
Like,
making more
okay,
money
you
than
have to be
somebody
proud.
that's working
Yep.
for a big corporation company.
Yep.
Period.
Yep.
Because it's just the money they make. Why do you think people don't want to leave Walmart?
But you know we ain't talking about him.
Who is him?
So let me say this.
We're not talking about that. We're not talking about the dude who write the check. We're talking about the dude
gonna
at
say
the
this.
window.
I don't give a shit.
Hold on,
Give-
hold
just
on, hold
look,
on, hold
if
on.
I come to the window, don't
Real
charge
quick,
me.
real quick.
We live with the
I
same address. Don't charge me.
admire you all being humble, right? But I will say this: sometimes you have to hold people accountable,
Always.
right?
You always
And especially in these days and times when you're dating, you just gave somebody permission not to court you the proper way.
Yep.
And I only say that because if a man really wants a woman, he'll make a way for whatever it is.
So you ain't
But
gotta
if you
make a
give
big
him
money for
permission,
that.
if you give him permission not to make a way, then you're feeding into the fact that he doesn't have to be ambitious. He doesn't have to go out there and want more to do for you, because a lot of the times women motivate men. I mean, let's just be real about it. The way that we dress, the way that we talk, the way that we act, you attract what you want, right? So, with that being said, when you say, oh, you don't have to do this and you don't have to do that and that's okay, that means he's going to settle for whatever it is that you gave him.
That's not settling, though.
This is the minimum. No, that's the minimum.
right. Somebody
It is
gotta
the
take the
minimum.
I agree with
out.
King.
It's the minimum.
But look, it also depends on the age. This young man right here, how old are you? 20. He's 20. I'm okay with him working at McDonald's. Stanley, I'm not okay with Stanley working at McDonald's.
I just said that.
It's all about it's all about
I just
age.
said that.
If you ain't
I
learned
just
nothing
said
in
that.
30 years,
Yeah.
35,
But what
family,
if
you're
what if
going
Stan
bam.
just got out of men in prison for 15, 20 years?
Okay, so he said if he's a felon.
Any situation, bro.
There is a website that felons can get jobs that we can't get
I'm
because
not
we
finna
not
talk
felons.
about
So
prison all
that
day.
used to be
I
a
know,
problem,
right?
but it's
I'm
not
not
no
finna
more.
do it.
If anybody's a felon, I'll give you the website.
Okay, well, let me ask you this question.
It's not about being a
question real
felon.
quick.
It's just about he might be in a certain stage of his life that's the perfect opportunity for him.
But
Yes.
if he,
But let me ask you this
but if
question.
he in that stage in his life, he don't need to be focused on getting some pussy. He needs to be focused on
My
getting
question.
some.
What?
Wait, what if
Pussy too?
What if
I'm about to
it's-
say.
We still men now.
It's
too.
not relationship.
It's pussy working at
So
McDonald's.
how much
You
do you
grab
have
no
to make
pussy.
in
He
order
can
to
go
be
another
considered
year.
a
It's
man?
pussy working at McDonald's.
So how
What
much
you
do you
mean?
have to make and what type of job title do you have to have in order to be
Just
considered a
apply
man
yourself.
that's
That's all I'm
applying
saying.
himself?
He applying himself at
Hold on, hold on,
McDonald's.
hold on.
That's
What
exactly.
is the difference between a man working at McDonald's making $15 an hour and a man that works at a warehouse making $14 an hour?
Or better yet,
Overtime.
Better yet, who's close to this? Who close to that?
Overtime.
No.
And McDonald's is your second
Admitting
job.
you ain't
But
shit.
hold No, but who posted that meme? It was a thing they had posted. Okay, You can work at McDonald's and Walmart making $15.50 an hour, but then you can also have a whole bachelor's degree and go work at a company making less than that.
Exactly.
So what the hell? That's what I'm saying. And my thing about it is, just because you make, so are you going to leave, say if you're working at McDonald's, whether you were an employee, a manager, assistant, or whatever, but you have been there, say like 4 or 5 years, and your income is racked up at $80,000. 80 working at McDonald's, but then you get a job offer from a big oil company that only wants to offer you 15 something an hour, but because that's an oil company and because you will look like the part and not be standing in that line with that M hat, but you about to drop this 80,000 for this about 30 or 40,000 because of the company, what you gonna do?
Let me get them double fries, man.
Thank you. It should not matter.
That's not what we're saying. What I'm stating is, if a nigga's working at McDonald's making $12 an hour and he's content with it, right? He's content. He wants a relationship with you. Y'all are building. And he makes his $12 an hour. That means you are now the primary in this house. You haven't told him, hey, baby, we need to go do this, we need to go do that. If you want a house, you got to do this. He's content with where he's at and where you guys are in the relationship. That's a problem.
But if he ain't already
That's
worked
not
on
a
getting that
problem.
house before he met her.
It's not because I know people that make $12 an hour that manage.
But if you a hustler, you can make that McDonald's job work. You can make any job work if you're a real hustler. And if you ain't a real hustler, you can be at the top paying job and still not be shit.
You ain't already been trying to work on getting your house.
So Moody, look, this is. Let me talk. So Moody, this is what
and a woman shouldn't be your motivation.
This is the question.
All that.
Look, so
invest in yourself.
if my daughter's in college and she's working on her MD or something, right? Yeah. And the dude she's dating, he's probably 24, 25, or 26, right? But he works at McDonald's, correct? He's not in college. She met him in the city where her college is, right? My question would be to my daughter, baby, I want to understand this. Ask him, why did he choose to fill out an application at McDonald's versus filling out an application at Citigroup, at Bank of America, at a medical facility? Why is his self-esteem on the McDonald's level? There's nothing wrong with McDonald's. I need McDonald's sometimes, but kids work at McDonald's.
What if you did?
And hold on, I'm not talking about the managers. I'm talking
That's
about
a
on the entry
starter
level. I'm saying, baby, what kind? Let me talk to my daughter, baby. What kind of man starts like? Why is his mentality at 26 to go and work at an entry level or on that level? That's an out of high school job. I worked at Denny's when I got out of high school. Ain't no wrong with that. I worked at Walmart when I got out of high school. Walmart is way better than McDonald's. Just
you only make $10 an hour.
But listen, why is that his mentality?
15, but
that's telling you
now.
something about that man. He doesn't believe in himself to get that
What
job.
if he got a plan?
Got the job.
What if he got a plan?
No. What if he applied there and he didn't get the job?
That's
What
cool.
if he only got the job?
Exactly.
Applying for jobs is a job, and you need to treat applying for jobs like a
But you can only
job.
apply for so
What
many
if
times,
McDonald's
so
was
many,
like-
and then
what
get
if-
turned down so many
nothing
times.
wrong with
You
that.
have to
Same
be like,
thing,
you know
yeah.
what? I gotta accept this job.
What if McDonald's was like
I
the fifth job he applied for?
Yeah, because I don't. It ain't.
That's bogus.
I
That ain't
think
bogus. I've been
the
there.
business talking
everybody
about
needs
is
to be
bogus.
humble.
I've been
It don't
there.
matter what it
I've been
is.
there. I've been
You
there.
can get 1,000 no's, but eventually you're gonna get one yes. That's what it boils down.
When you got kids,
for jobs,
that
what
thousand
if
no's don't
it
mean
was
shit.
yes,
You gonna go wherever somebody hire your ass at.
But you can still be applying after that.
And women will do it. I got homegirls who don't work unless they get the right number. They don't work, bro. These women are
They
real
ain't
with
got
it. No,
to.
listen. These women will apply for 1,000,000 jobs until they get the right yes. But we'll settle. No, not we.
ain't gotta worry
Some of these
about it.
guys will settle for that first yes.
If you a man,
Women
you gonna
ain't
settle.
gotta
You
work
gonna
that
gonna
hard.
put some money in your pocket.
There's a
The
nigga
fuck?
trying to pay her bills because he wants some pussy.
That's
Where he
cool.
at?
But
he
why
got a
is
brother?
but why is she?
He got a
why-
brother available.
Hold on, but listen. I
I
just
just
told
want my
you.
bills paid.
Why are your why is what you believe? Why is where you want to put yourself higher than where he wants to put himself? I'm not saying that applying for a job should be your job until you get the job.
Okay, what if he's working at McDonald's and going to
You can
school?
do that. Now I'm okay with
Yeah.
that. That's showing that you want to get somewhere.
Man.
But being there for 15 years, family.
All right. So
And
your
you
daughter,
ain't gonna
your
lie.
daughter turned down Mr. McDonald's for Mr. CEO or whatever company, and this nigga ain't shit. And
No.
Mr. McDonald's was treating her like a queen.
No.
That's cool.
No. Hell no.
So
what you
don't agree
saying?
with that?
No, I'm saying this is where you start. I'm talking to, now. Also, I want her to be with the dude. I'm gonna apply for my daughter so she don't have to choose a nigga pocket. But at the same time, the man she with need to have a vision. Sometimes the dude don't have nothing, but his vision is big. Sometimes you can have everything in your vision is small.
What if his
What if his vision is to own a franchise?
I feel like if you've been in the same place stagnant for a very long time and that place is not lucrative to the lifestyle you want to have, you're an idiot.
Walking around with
no, you can't say that.
For money, and you're gonna be like, why this nigga can't provide for you? That's what's really gonna happen.
No, that's what I'm talking. I'm talking about he's content with not elevating.
What's wrong with being content?
Because a man's job is to support.
So what if he can support?
Provide.
But what if he can support and provide from his family on McDonald's salary? What if he can?
Some people can.
Right, exactly.
It depends.
Everybody say
Not fully.
Well, everybody got
I'm
their
raising
own.
my girls on the royalty and stuff.
That's what you want though. But what if they don't want that? What if they
I think
I
everyone's
do.
missing the point.
Oh, because I
What
want
I'm
to spend my
saying
money.
is,
His ass.
I want to spend my money.
if you're trying to date somebody, right, and you know the lifestyle that you lead or the amount of money that you make doesn't allow you to A, financially be there for that person, and B, allow you to do things that you're supposed to do for that lady. Like I said,
They don't
the courting
yell
phase is important. I can't treat you like a queen if for your birthday I can't get you shit.
I hate that word.
Mother's Day I can't get you shit.
What?
It depends on that depends on the woman, right?
It ain't about being material.
Be creative. Make something.
You can't be creative if you broke, biz.
Yes, you can.
So what he gonna do? He gonna do a whole motherfucking picnic with Big Macs?
Fucking right.
Yes. Extra sauce. Can I get a Diet Coke, please, and a small fry?
Goes out. She becomes
I
MD.
dated girl.
She falls in love.
She
with
make
a
my
man who
food
works at
the
McDonald's.
right way.
He's supposed to say, "I can't be with you because I'm not good enough."
It ain't about I can't be with you.
Nah.
You're missing the point. What I'm saying is that's a starting point. And you can't sit here and tell me that it's not a start. Bro, listen, I've been working since I was 15 fucking years old, nigga. I made $7.50 an hour working full time as a fucking high school student, playing 5 fucking sports in the emergency medical technician program. Nigga, you can go out there and get it, nigga. That's what I'm saying. There's no excuse not to want to go and get it.
For you.
It's a starting point for
you.
anybody.
Everybody not you. Some people content with McDonald's money.
So it's okay.
And that's the problem.
That ain't the problem.
That part.
Everybody got their own one.
What I'm saying is, it doesn't make any sense for a woman who makes great money doing her own thing, sustaining her lifestyle, to allow a nigga who has less to come into her life and be content with her being the breadwinner. Because he knows she got everything. Because what happens if she get hurt and can't work no more? You gonna survive off his lifestyle? Because his lifestyle ain't gonna be conducive enough to take care of all y'all.
If they saving up
Let's just be
together,
real. There's no saving up
if they save. Wait, why are you not saving up?
Moody.
You
Apartments.
have a future.
1-bedroom apartment, my nigga. I'm paying $1,200 a month. You gonna pay $1,200 a month, making $12 an hour at McDonald's?
Hell yeah.
Let's just be clear.
Yeah.
Plus electricity.
So when you moved
plus
into that,
water,
when you moved into
plus
that
a car note,
working at
plus
McDonald's,
insurance.
wait,
Yes.
That shit not cheap, my nigga.
Did you move in on only $1,200? Or did you save up before you moved into that
No,
apartment?
nigga, I made enough money to where I can go get the apartment I fucking want.
Exactly.
That part.
So every
But the thing
check
about it
that
is,
comes
Moody,
in,
I've been on my own since I was 18. No excuses.
But who in their right mind gonna live above their means? I mean,
Exactly.
you date in your line. You date in your range.
You can't budget
Just
set
your
bills,
means.
cuz.
It's a budget.
Let's just be real. You can't budget set bills.
But I agree.
Keep it 1,000.
so the thing is, why are you?
The average
know
in the
you can't be
DFW,
there.
the average apartment is $1,200 fucking dollars.
Okay, so don't
Average.
live there if you know your.
So where you gonna live? Where you gonna
They
live?
have apartments.
Somewhere else.
I thought the whole point of being in a relationship like that, if you on that
Nigga,
level,
$1,200,
is
you can get your ass shot up just as bad in them apartments as you can anyway.
Facts.
Yeah.
And that's
So it ain't
facts.
about my thing is, at the end of the day, you can live wherever the
Get shot at a
fuck you
track
want to
meet.
live.
shot
You
walking
gotta
into
learn
Walmart.
how to maintain and manage your own goddamn money. That's why you don't count nobody else's pockets. You could be dating somebody right now that's working at McDonald's and working at Walmart making $15 an hour, but guess what? You'll never fucking know it because it's not your business. All you know, that person is delivering to you. They're treating you right. They doing whatever they can. He might not be able to take you downtown Dallas and show you the fuck off, but I guarantee you got a smile on your face every time he leaves or every time he calls. So that's what I'm saying. What the hell is you talking about?
Chick-fil-A pay out the ass and only hire certain people who got really good customers.
Yeah, white folks.
Now pay $15 an hour. I need to know this because my niece been looking for a job.
McDonald's is
What about
hiring now,
McDonald's?
and they pay.
My 16, 15-year-old needs to work at McDonald's. That's a starter job.
Yeah.
you know there's adults that work there, right?
I'm about to go.
You know there's adults that work at McDonald's, right? You would.
They
They be kids fucking them all the time, so I don't know.
I'm about to go.
Yes, it is. And that, my friend, that is the alarm saying that is our show. Everybody, I want to thank everybody for coming out for Ballad of the Sexes.
We gonna end it on
Part
McDonald's
one.
like that?
It's okay because there will be a part 2 coming up.
I don't eat McDonald's
next
that shit
Monday.
trash.
I'm coming back with that
Boo-boo
McDonald's.
So,
like a
yeah.
shit, it is. It is Memorial Day next Monday, so we'll return the following Monday for Ballad of the Sexes.
We can't do Memorial Day?
I mean, I don't know if everybody's going to be available.
I will.
Yeah. We'll see.
I don't do shit.
We'll see.
Let's try to Zoom.
We'll talk it out.
Like
but
a
with that
Zoom
being
meeting
said,
or
guys, everybody, hey, make sure that you guys are at Royal Lane Studios this Saturday, May 29th, for the comedy show. Roast and Flow. We're bringing it back. This is the second annual Roast and Flow show. Come out, see some of the funniest comedians in the DFW area and some of the hottest acts performing, including the Oversight Committee, including Caress, Nevertheless, Don't Stress. I want to thank everybody for coming out. Thank the moderator. Also like to thank Royal Lane Studios and Vizier Films. And always remember, a gentleman never kisses and tells.
And a gangster never fucking snitch.
And that's our show. We out this bitch.
Hey, also,
thank you, ladies.
Like McDonald's don't do
gracing the presence,
yes, sir.
gracing the show today. Thank you, ladies.
And if you work at McDonald's, spit in Caress's food if he come through that drive-thru.
We out.
I need the paperwork. So she gonna give me the paperwork. Somebody gonna give me the paperwork. No, she can go. Tomorrow. I've been stopping. I'm like, hey, baby, we don't need that little bitty ass money, but that ain't little bitty ass money.
That's not little. That is not no little money.
She tried to get a job at Jack in the Box. I'm like, hey, baby, just stay here with these kids. But if it's $15 an hour.